Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORION-NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes, so let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let me get into the starting lineups. Happy Tuesday, everyone. And on the thumb on the left is our center fielder stud, Julio Rodriguez. And on the right, the best player on the Diamondbacks in right field tonight, Corbin Carroll. Now let's get into the starting lineups here for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, catching today for the Mariners, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing today for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Batting fifth, playing left field, Randy Arozarena. Batting sixth, playing first base, Rowdy Tellez. Batting seventh, playing right field, Dominic Canzone. Batting eighth, playing third base, Ben Williamson. And batting ninth, playing second base, Cole Young. And on the mound and back with the team, 3-1 record, an ERA of 2.83, which is second best to Logan Gilbert. It kind of feels like he's the new Brian Wu. Welcome back. We're going to need you, Logan Evans. Let's go, baby. I feel confident that we can win today and tomorrow. Yesterday, obviously, was not ideal, getting down 4-0 and having to score 4 runs in the ninth. To be able to get it to extras, but giving up a grand salami late by Carlos Vargas, losing 8-4. Not the outcome that we wanted, but I like the heart in the team to battle with 4 runs in the ninth. And again, we should have never sent this guy down at any point of the season. He arguably is probably the second best pitcher on the staff right now. Let's go, Logan. I'm stoked that you're back. And the other Logan Gilbert, will be back in about a week with Luke Raley. Let's go. And now let's get into the starting lineups for the home Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off for the Diamondbacks in right field, Corbin Carroll. Batting second, the former Mariner, second baseman, Ketel Marte. Batting third, playing shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, first baseman, hero last night, Josh Naylor. Batting fifth, the former third baseman for the Mariners, it's Gino, good vibes only, Eugenio Suarez. Batting sixth, playing left field, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting seventh, DHing today for Arizona, Pavin Smith. Batting eighth, catching today for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno. And batting ninth, playing center field, Alec Thomas. And on the mound for the Diamondbacks with a 7-4 record, ERA of 5.51, it is Brandon Pfaadt. Let's go, baby. And again, we'll be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 50 or more overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. And I know at the end of the day, we ended up losing in extras, but let's be real for just 1 second. How many teams could get beat up for 8 innings, and it looks like you're going to get shut out 4-0, and somehow, some way, you get 4 runs in the ninth? I mean, that just doesn't happen to very many teams. So, yeah, we ended up taking the L because Carlos Vargas fucked it up in the end, right? And we know that he's not that good of a relief pitcher, but just the heart, of getting those guys with a lot of those runs and hits with 2 outs, and then the Dominic Canzone, first game with the Mariners from the AAA affiliate, the Tacoma Rainiers in 2025, to get that 2-run blast to tie it up 4-4 was pretty magical. And hopefully we can carry over some of that momentum of hits, RBIs, and home runs here early. The magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. If we hit that number today and tomorrow, we should be able to win with Logan Evans today and Bryan Woo tomorrow. Daniel in the building, what's good? All day in the building, what's good? Let's get it, baby. I'm ready. And obviously that means if Logan Evans is on the mound, Bryce Miller is on the IL. They're going to put him on the 15-day IL, but obviously with some of the issues that he's had with the back and the elbow, more than likely we're not going to see Bryce Miller back for 4 to 6 weeks, which is good. Hopefully for Logan Evans, even though he might be the guy that gets sent down when Logan Gilbert comes back. And we know Emerson Hancock has been getting better, but I just hope they can find a roster spot for Logan Evans, regardless if that's a starting pitcher and we go with a 6-man rotation or they move him in the bullpen, which would be smart, considering Logan Evans is the second best pitcher right now. So we'll see where it goes. All right, leading off here is J.P. Crawford. First pitch, fouled off by Fott. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour right down the middle, behind in the count 0-2 to J.P. Crawford. And again, Fott, 7-4 record, ERA of 5.51. So he's got a great record, but we should be able to get some hits on him early and hopefully often. 0-2 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. Let's go, Crawdaddy. We need you, baby. 1-2 pitch, high and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes to J.P. Crawford. Come on, baby. We need to be able to get you on base early if possible. 3-2 pitch, and big swing and a miss. Down goes J.P. Crawford, 1 away. Strikes out swinging, but hopefully JP will be able to get us a couple hits as the game continues on here today. Next up is center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. We're going to need some production out of you today. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. Top of the first inning, 0-0, Mariners and Diamondbacks. Logan Evans will be taking the mound for us here today, even though it was scheduled to be Bryan Woo, but they moved Woo till tomorrow. And again, I'm just really excited that we have Logan Evans back. He's got the second best ERA to Logan Gilbert on the team this year, and he kind of feels like Bryan Woo from last year, where at the end of last year, he ended up having, one of the best records and really solid ERA, and then now he's carrying that performance over from the end of last year into this year as our best pitcher in 2025, Bryan Woo. First pitch fouled off right down the middle by Julio. 0-1 count. Alec in the building, what's good? Ben in the building, what's good? DJ in the building, what's good? Jacob in the building, what's good? Daniel in all day, what's good? 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike by Fott to Julio. 1-1 pitch, and Julio grounds out to shortstop, throw to first, 2 away. Yeah, tell me about it, man. It feels like, again, and I know we have been winning games sporadically, but it definitely has been a night and day difference from on our 9 consecutive series win streak to the baseball that we're putting up now. But again, we're starting to get healthy. So again, once we get Luke Raley and Logan Gilbert back, that's as healthy as we're going to get until we end up getting possibly Victor Robles, maybe in September or October. So first pitch to Cal Raleigh, big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, and Cal connects. Go, go, go. Yes, a nice single to right, and big dumper keeping the hot streak flowing. There we go. Big dumper, Trident's up. Nice job. Nice to get a hit in the first inning. Next up is DHing today for the Seattle Mariners, Jorge Polanco. And Polo and the guy that's on deck right now, Randy Arozarena, have actually been decent. I won't say good or elite or great, but they've been decent They've been better than what they were in the previous weeks, which is a good sign because we need role players to step up. It can't be just JP, Julio, Cal, and Miles Mastroboni, every single night. It's got to be the others. And if we get the others to step up, we should be fine. First pitch to Polo from Fott. Takes a strike looking outside of the zone. Should have been called ball, but called strike. We'll see what kind of game this ump calls here today. 0-1 pitch, high and away, changeup, 87 miles an hour by Fott. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. And again, Brandon, he's nasty. 7-4 record, ERA of 5.51. So the record is great, but the ERA indicates that we should be able to get 1 to 3 runs within the first 5 innings. And if that's the case, we should have a very good chance to hit that 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits number. We hit that today and tomorrow, we're going to win. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle with a 4-seam fastball by Fott. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first, Cal, and 2 outs. Come on, Polo. One-two pitch, fouled off. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Fott. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at first. I mean, just to be able to get a run in the first 2 innings would be excellent. Just to be able to set the tone, to take the lead. And again, I have confidence in Logan Evans. And there we go, baby. You got to talk it into existence, baby. And again, Polo and Randy have been better as of late. He may not be the home run hitter, batting 384 with 9 homers in April. But again, singles are good. We'll take that. That's a lot better than striking out, popping up, or grounding out, baby. Next up, another guy that's been heating up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Now, Randy, let's see if you can end up getting a double or a single. RBI, possibly, and we can end up taking the lead. Let's go, Randy. Top of the first inning. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. A good sign to see Cal and Polo with hits early on. And again, are we going to leave runners stranded today and tomorrow? Yeah, we are. It's just a part of who we are. But again, as long as, you leave a couple guys stranded and then that next inning is the inning where you knock them in, that's fine. And again, like I mentioned, you're going to leave them stranded. And what does Randy do? He leaves them stranded. But it's a good sign to be able to get those 2 hits, early on. And again, I do believe that we will be able to get some runs and some good hits and hopefully a couple home runs, in this matchup today. We had that nice 2-run blast by Dominic Canzone. But again, we'll see where it goes. And obviously on that 0-1 pitch, Randy Arozarena flied out to right. But again, at least he's getting contact on the ball. You have to look at the bright side of everything. At least not Randy is striking out like he was, a few games back. Same thing with Polo. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first inning and see who's up next here for the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, and Geraldo Perdomo. But what we need to talk about here is welcoming back one of the best pitchers on the staff, probably the second best pitcher right now, maybe third, Logan Evans. 3-1 record, ERA of 2.83. And if you remember the last time that we saw him, he went 8 innings. It was one of the best games the Mariners have had from a pitcher besides George Kirby's 14 Ks a couple days ago. Should have never sent him down for any relief pitcher or any fucking starter. Deserves to be on the team for not only the whole year, but moving forward. And I hope that he ends up showing out today because we're going to need it. Let's go, Logan. I love the glasses. He's got the vibe, the aura, and the swag. Leading off for the Diamondbacks, right fielder Corbin Carroll. Batting second baseman, the former Mariner, Ketel Marte. And batting third, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Let's go, Mariners. I don't know. I think umping is going to be traditionally bad, and hopefully they'll end up, having a little bit more assistance, with the challenges, with the rule changes coming in next year and the year after. We'll see how that goes and how that disrupts the flow of the game, if at all. But yeah, we're definitely going to be buyers at the deadline. I would assume we're going to make a minimum of 4 moves. Hopefully we bring up Harry Ford or Tyler Locklear. But again, we need to be able to find a way to have Hancock and Evans on the roster. Bryce is on the IL now. Logan Gilbert is on the way back. But we should be able to get 2 or 3 relief pitchers. We need them. We probably need like 10, right? And then 1 or 2 players, maybe a right fielder and a first baseman. First pitch, right down the middle. Carroll pops up and flies out to right. And that's a much better start for us, since we went right down the middle with Emerson Hancock yesterday, and he had a solo dinger off the first pitch of the game. Nice job, Logan Evans. I like you a lot. Next up, second baseman, the former Seattle Mariner, Ketel Marte. First pitch from Evans to Marte, takes a strike looking with a cutter, 89 miles an hour right down the middle, 0-1 count. Really, really like me some Logan Evans, man. And again, it's going to be exciting when we have Logan Gilbert and Luke Raley back next week. And again, I think things are going to start to slowly turn around. Every team is going to hit a wall 2 or 3 times throughout a 162-game season. Now, this, kind of slump that we've been in has lasted a hell of a lot longer than I've wanted or any of you guys have wanted. But you have to have faith, that we can get it done. 0-1 pitch, high and away with a curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike from Evans to Marte. And again, if we're struggling and the other teams are struggling, like the Astros and Rangers, it's not as bad. We just can't get, behind the Stros like 10 games in the standings. As long as it's within 4 games or less, we should be fine. 2-1 pitch. Low and inside at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Marte. Captain in the building, what's good? Chris in the building, what's good? Yeah, so last night he was already in the building yesterday, and Bryce Miller is on the IL again. So again, he ended up having like a cortisone shot in the elbow. He's had issues as that pitch is fouled off with the sweeper. He's on the IL for 15 days, but realistically, it sounds like from what I was reading from Mariners PR, that Bryce won't be back for 4 to 6 weeks. So again, Evans is on the roster now, but then he'll probably get sent down for Logan Gilbert, which wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but they have to make a roster space, and I assume they're going to go with Hancock over Evans, even though I wouldn't, but we'll see where it goes. 3-2 pitch, sweeper fouled off, count still full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Evans to Marte. Megan in the building, what's good? All day, and Captain helping out with the likes and the donos and the shares, appreciate you. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 Mariners and Diamondbacks. We need to win desperately. Evans on the mound. Ketel Marte, the former Seattle Mariner, in the box. And they got 2 of them there. They got It was supposed to be Brian Wu today, but again, since they ended up bringing Logan Evans up due to the Bryce Miller injury, I think that's good. Again, George Kirby was able to turn it around. Maybe Bryce Miller, the season will be a wash. 3-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. And a nice punch out there, baby, by Logan Evans. And again, he reminds me of Brian Wu from last year. Kind of that new guy, that 5th guy in the rotation where he's got skills. But how good could he really be? Nobody really knows. But I really like me some Logan. Nice punch out early, 2 away. Next up, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. But even with Emerson Hancock, if we would have got some more run support early, we would have won. So I really like the way that Emerson has been able to battle. And again, he's a former first-round pick from Georgia. Again, he should have been better, earlier on, especially with all the great supporting cast helping him out. But again, we're 6 deep, 7 if you count Bryce Miller, but he's injured. So we're 6 deep right now. And again, we'll see where it goes. 2-0 pitch. Pitch is high. And outside on pitch number 2, pitch number 3, low and away with a cutter trying to paint the corner. 3 balls and no strikes from Evans to Perdomo. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20 within the first hour, 50 or more overall, and 100 in the donos on every single stream. Let's go, Evans. And hopefully we can limit the walks, the plunks. We don't want to hit too many guys. And hopefully we can scoop up a couple double plays in our favor today. 3-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking, painting that corner. High and away. Four-seam fastball by Evans, 93 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Perdomo. Hope you feel better. And again, in between commercial breaks here, if there's a couple photos that you want me to pull up to boost the mood, I can do that for you. And Perdomo, wow, hard hit ball, and it jumps into the crowd. Thankfully, that wasn't a homer, but that was a ground rule double. Wow, what a hit there by Perdomo. I'll take a ground rule double going into the crowd rather than a home run. All right, next up is first baseman Josh Naylor. Right from the dirt into the pen. And rumor is if the Diamondbacks keep struggling, Naylor might be, on the market. And if we could bring a guy in like Josh Naylor to be our first baseman / DH, if we were able to grab him, he would be the perfect player to bring in, to Seattle. I know Lamont Wade Jr. Got deactivated by the Giants. That would be another player that could help the Mariners win. So I think that we will be active, on a couple players, and hopefully we get 2 or 3 relievers as well. First pitch. Naylor singles to left, throw home, and got him. Here we go. And again, that's what happens when you get a little overly aggressive. And again, what a throw here by Randy Arozarena. Perfect. Right to Cal. And that's how you end up winning ball games. When Randy Arozarena actually hustles and throws to Cal Raleigh with the perfect throw, and you can get the guy out. Perdomo got a little greedy. And again, they're going to be aggressive. They're playing with house money, right? They won yesterday 8-4 in extras with a grand salami by Naylor. Great throw by Randy, saving a run. And that saved the momentum for us. We need the Uncle Mo for the Mariners, not for the Diamondbacks. So great defense by Randy. And we don't really say that too often. Maybe once every 3 to 4 games, he'll make a good play. Nice job by Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh with the tag. Into the first inning, we're knotted up at 0. Let's go to the top of the second inning. Next up for the Mariners in the 6th hole, first baseman Rowdy Tellez. Batting second, fresh off his stunt in the Tacoma Rainiers. Welcome back to the team in 2025. Came out with a bang, right fielder Dominic Canzone. And batting third baseman Big Ben Williamson. Let's go Mariners. Sure, I got you. And I hope you feel better. So let's squeeze a few of these in for Megan for her support yesterday. Aaron Judge had a blast earlier today. Amazing home run. Almost 500 feet. And again, when Aaron hits a home run, you know it's gone. Soto was a big part of the team last year, but they do have a few guys that have stepped up like Goldschmidt and Bellinger that have helped out. So again, they're going to miss Soto, and he's doing pretty good for the Mets overall. But again, well, hopefully Giancarlo will get healthy as well. And Aaron Judge is one of the best players in baseball, and great to be able to see him do Aaron Judge things on the regular. First pitch, ball to Rowdy Tellez, outside. 1-0 pitch, in play with the changeup, and Tellez singles to center. There we go, baby. Nice job by Rowdy Tellez. Let me see, I get one more Aaron Judge squeezed in for Megan here, and I hope you feel better with all the migraines and things you're going through. And again, even though the Yankees and Mariners are big rivals, I love watching Aaron Judge play like Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it's like you're watching greatness. And again, the rivalry is real. But again, I don't hate on greatness. It doesn't matter where greatness is. You have to appreciate it. Next up is Dominic Canzone. First pitch, takes a strike looking with the sweeper in the zone. 85 miles an hour by Fott, 0-1 count. And Dominic Canzone hit a 2-run blast at his first at-bat in the 9th inning to tie the game up 4-4. A very emphatic 2-run homer, and hopefully Dom will be on the team for the rest of the year. He gives us a better chance to win than Leody Taveras at the moment. Pitch fouled off. with the changeup, 85 miles an hour in the zone, behind in the count 0-2 for Dominic Canzone. Bring that electricity, baby. And again, we need someone to give us that electricity that normally Victor Robles would, but he's out until probably September or October. Or maybe the whole year. We may not get him until 2026, depending on the injury, if he has any setbacks. 0-2 pitch, changeup, low and away, 89 miles an hour by Fott. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first, Rowdy Tellez, and no outs. 0-0 Mariners and Diamondbacks. 1-2 pitch, in play, fielder's choice, 1 away. Next up, in the 8-hole, third baseman, Ben Williamson. Let's go, B-Dubs. Let's go, Big Ben. No problem. Appreciate you. First pitch to Ben Williamson, low and away, is a sweeper. 85 miles an hour, 1-0 count. And again, speaking of Aaron Judge, out of all the cards that I've collected over the years, even sacrificing a Jordan rookie that's worth $20,000 to $30,000 now for my dream, one of the most expensive cards that I own now, after obviously parting with the Jordan for the dream, is an Aaron Judge rookie auto that's graded BGS 9 from 2017, something of that nature, back when his rookie year, and very coveted. It's sitting on, it's the only non-Mariner thing that's on my dresser. And again, Aaron is a very special player, and again, I hope that he continues to have success. Makes him, one of those special players. It's like a Mickey Mantle, type of player playing here in 2025. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike swinging, big swing and a miss from Fott to Williamson. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Big Ben. 1-2 pitch, sweeper, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ben Williamson. Let's go, Ben. See if we can get an early RBI at some point within the first 3 to 4 innings. We know you got the defense, Ben. We need that bat to start getting hot. And a little streaky, Ben and Cole, but they've started to kind of heat up slightly, just like Randy and Polo. We just need it to be more consistent. 2-2 pitch, sinker, inside at the hips, 94 miles an hour, fouled off by Ben. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at first and 1 out. We're in the top of the second inning. Mariners are desperate. We need wins today and tomorrow, with Logan Evans on the mound today and Brian Wu tomorrow. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Die-cast DeLorean. Die-cast in general are amazing. Obviously NASCAR has amazing die-cast car models as well. Yes, that would be amazing. Then you just got to be able to decide what color Sharpie that you want for him to autograph it with. Like yellow or silver. It has to be something other than the standard black to pop. And that'll be the next thing that you have to think of. What color Sharpie do you get him to sign it with as Williamson strikes out? 2 away. Because the auto on, memorabilia is always going to be awesome, even if it's in a standard black Sharpie, or sometimes people use the blue. Red is pretty rare. But when you can end up using like silver or like a kind of an off brand, like not a regular colored Sharpie, those usually pop a lot. So first pitch from Fott to Cole Young, takes a strike looking low in the zone, 0-1 count. Come on, Cole. We need you, baby. Top of the second. Runner at first with 2 outs. Cole Young in the box. And Brandon Fott on the mound. 7-4 record, ERA of 5.51. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with the changeup. 88 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Fott to Young. Pizzle in the building, what's good? Hot Wheels DeLorean, yes, absolutely. That as well. Pizzle, I've seen you've been going to some concerts there at Raymond James. I ended up seeing some of the action in the photos and videos that you took. Pretty sweet, my guy. You live a very good life. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Now, if I was rich, I would love to go to Ozzy's last, obviously, farewell tour, even though it sounds like Sharon ended up taking a band off. Rumored it was Tool and whatnot. There were some problems with the band manager, but definitely a solid, farewell concert there with Ozzy and Black Sabbath and many others. But yeah, Metallica, man, amazing. Even today, still amazing. One of the best of all time. I agree. Top of the second, runner at first with 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Fought on the mound, Cole Young in the box. Yeah, Julio's going to be batting probably next time around in the top of the third, unless we can get on a little bit of a streak here. After Cole Young is JP, then from JP it goes to Julio. So you got a couple batters away. So it really depends if Cole Young and JP can get hits, and then you'll get your JP Julio combo. 2-2 pitch, sinker, high and away, 93 miles an hour by Fott. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Fott on the mound, Cole Young in the box. Come on, Ems. Let's go. Go, baby. Top of the second inning. Runner at first with 2 outs. And in play by Cole Young. Yes, go, go, go. There we go, baby. Cole Young singles to right. Canzone with the wheels. Gets all the way to third. And now we got runners on the corners. First and third with 2 outs, and we did a lot of damage in the bottom of the ninth when we were down 4-0, when we scored 4 with 2 outs. We're a very good 2-out team. Next up is shortstop JP Crawford, on deck Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, JP. If JP can get a single here, RBI single, it'll be 1-0. If he gets his 6th home run of the season and we go up 3-0, that could give us the momentum that we need to win this game. First pitch, takes a strike looking with a sweeper, 85 miles an hour right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, high and away, 94 miles an hour there by Fott. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners on the corners at first and third. Fott on the mound, JP in the box. 5 home runs, 24 ribbies with an OPS at 792 for JP Crawford. Come on, JP. Anna in the building. What's good? Good to see you. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and away. And we're going to leave a lot of, runners stranded, from, game in and game out. But again, it's just a matter of finding those innings where we don't choke, where we can actually get back-to-back hits or home runs in an inning. But I did see an interesting stat by Brooksgate. And Brooksgate is a nerd type of social media where they just do stats and analytics. And the Mariners actually have the best day record out of any MLB team, which was a little shocking to me. We used to not be able to win in the morning and the early afternoon, but that has changed. 1-2 pitch, 4-seam fastball, high and away by Fott. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners on the corners at first and third and 2 outs. Dominic Canzone at third and Cole Young at first. Come on, Mariners. Appreciate you. There we go. 3 more to get to 20. Let's get there. In play. And damn it, JP grounds out to third, and we leave him stranded again. But again, at least we're getting hits. It's not like we have, 6 strikeouts, within the first 6 guys. So again, a little disappointing, but again, we have to just to be able to chip away. We don't have Merrill Kelly out there dominating the mound. Now we know Fott is very good as well, but again, maybe in the 3rd inning, that'll be the inning that we finally get something going. But again, at least we're hitting. You have to see the positive of it. Obviously, it would be great if we were up already 2-0 or 3-0, but you got to crawl before you walk. And it hasn't really been easy for the Mariners in the last month and a half. Let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning and see who's up next here for the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 3rd baseman Eugenio Suarez. Batting 2nd, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And batting 3rd, DHing Pavin Smith. Let's go, Mariners. I appreciate that. Michael in the building, the real Michael Myers, not that fake one. What's good, Michael? First pitch to Suarez, low and away with the cutter, 1-0 count. How do I feel about the Giants? They're awesome. Again, they are one of those teams that was one of the surprise teams this year, like the Tigers and a few others like the Mariners early on. Obviously, we've hit a wall, but the Giants are still, battling it out with the Padres and the Dodgers. Still haven't been able to get over the hump of those two teams and have been stuck in third in the division for quite some time. But the Giants, are a playoff team, and I hope that they continue to have success. It's cool to see the Giants good again. And down goes Gino, 1 away. Next up is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First pitch, takes a strike looking with a cutter, high and inside, 0-1 count. I already knew that the Giants and Tigers were going to be good because they beat us up early in the year, and I could kind of had a gut feeling that those would be playoff teams this year. And again, nice to be able to see teams that normally aren't really good, being able to showcase their talents in 2025. Everyone knows the Dodgers and the Yankees are going to be good every year, but it's nice to have some new teams sprinkled in as well. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. Cutter, 87 miles an hour by Logan Evans. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch, low and away with that sweeper, 85 miles an hour by Logan Evans. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Logan Evans on the mound and Gurriel Jr. in the box. 2-2 pitch, high and inside with the sinker, 94 miles an hour. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Evans to Gurriel Jr. Yeah, but we're injured though. It's not like we're a healthy team. This is the most beat up our team has been in like 10 years. So, I mean, if you think about your favorite team, if your 3, star pitchers out of 5 were injured, do you think you would have an above 500 record? Probably not. So, again, and it's not just that, Ryan Bliss, Victor Robles, Luke Raley. It's not like we've been, just playing bad. We're beat up. 2 away. It's a long year, 162 games. No one is going to be perfect forever. Next up is DHing Haven Smith. First pitch, high and away with the curveball, 86 miles an hour. No, 80 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, cutter, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Evans to Smith. Bottom of the second inning, we're still knotted up at 0. Mariners with a couple guys stranded in the first and second, but good things to come, I believe, in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Smith. 2-1 pitch, fouled off with the sweeper in the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the second, we're still knotted up here at 0. And down goes Smith. There we go, baby. That's a good inning, and it shows you how good Logan Evans is. He ended up going 8 innings. His last start, they sent him down to AAA, not based off performance, but they thought, well, maybe we should send him down for a guy in the bullpen. That was a dumb decision. And ever since we did that, we haven't been good. Like, that was kind of like the bad juju that carried with the team. You could have moved Logan to the bullpen, or kept him as a starter. So again, I know he's young, but you have to recognize greatness when it's in front of you. Just like Brian Wu, when we had him called up, just because a guy is young doesn't mean that they can't ball out, and again, it's not like Logan Evans is going to be the next Paul Skeens, but again, he deserves to be on the roster. Emerson Hancock has been better. Logan Evans is a stud. Obviously, Bryce Miller and George Kirby were liabilities until Kirby's 14 Ks a couple days ago. Miller, his season might be a wash if he can't be healthy, but at least we go 7 deep. And if Miller is out, we still got 6 solid pitchers. And we're probably the only team in the MLB besides the Dodgers, if their pitchers were healthy, that could probably go with a 6-man rotation. But the Dodgers also have a lot of injuries as well. All right, let's go to the top of the 3rd inning, and let's get on the fucking board. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners here in the top of the 3rd, 0 for 1, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. Trident's up. Batting second, 1 for 1, the best catcher in baseball, pacing for almost 70 home runs, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. We need you, baby. And batting third, DHing for the Mariners, in the 4-hole, cleanup hitter today, DHing, Jorge Polanco, 1 for 1. Let's go, baby. All day getting us started with the dollar. 99 to go. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. We're at 199 to go. You got a favorite player that you want me to throw up for the Mariners? Let me know. And I got you. First pitch from Fott to Julio, fouled off, high and inside at the hips with the sinker, 0-1 count. I mean, every dono is appreciated. You know, it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $1,300, which is the record. So anything, to show love and support for my dreams and goals, on this channel is greatly appreciated. 0-1 pitch, high and away, about 5 feet off the plate by Fott. With the sweeper, it gets away from him. 1 ball and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. 1-1 pitch, and there it is. Julio with a single to left. That's my guy. Now it's J-Rod, baby. Let's go. Let's see if we can pair it up now with another hit. Maybe we can end up getting a 2-run blast by big dumper Cal Raleigh, looking for home run number 27. He's at 26, which is number 1 in MLB. And I believe Aaron Judge is at 24. And then Ohtani is at 23, unless Ohtani just hit one within the last, few minutes and whatnot. So, and I imagine that, Captain will go over, the home runs and where we're sitting as well. In play. And Cal almost homers all the way to the wall and flies out to left. Damn. 1 away. It's okay, Cal. We'll see if we can get one later on. I still love you, my guy. Let's go, big dumper. Next up, 1 for 1, DHing Jorge Polanco. Let's go, Polo. Megan with a 20. We're at 21 now, 79 to go. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you guys. Good dono day yesterday, too. 200 yesterday. Wow, Gurriel robbing Cal Raleigh of a homer. I can't believe that. First pitch to Polo, sweeper, low and away, 1-0 count. There's been a lot of amazing catches in the outfield. Like with the Athletics, the catch of the year. I know some of y'all MLB fans saw that on social media, where you saw the Athletic player climb the wall like Ichiro and Griffey and rob a homer. Amazing, man. Great timing there. Gurriel Jr. with the robbery. That's a felony. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Polo. 1 ball and 1 strike from Fott to Polo. And all day, Megan, let me know what you're wanting, photo-wise, if anything, and I got you. 1-1 pitch, high and away, 4-seam fastball by Fott. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first. We've been able to get a runner at first and second and third in these innings. It's just we need to be able to find a way, if we're not going to be hitting homers early until late in the game, we have to be able to find ways to get back-to-back-to-back hits, which is not always easy. 2-1 pitch, sweeper, high and away. No, low and at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 1 out. Fought on the mound, Polo in the box. Yeah, Cal's at 26, and I know that Judge coming into today with Shohei, we're at 23, tied for second, and then Judge hit that homer today that was almost 500 feet, like 460 to 480. So I know he's at 24, so he's in second, and I believe Ohtani's in third with 23. 3-1 pitch, sweeper, and that is a walk. There we go, Polo getting on. We'll take that. Polo to first with the walk. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And Randy has actually been playing better as of late, not only in the box, but in the outfield on defense as well. We're starting to see some hustle, just like with his throw to Cal, saving us a run early. He's been able to get some doubles, and we're one of the weakest teams in MLB with doubles. We just can't get doubles and triples. We can get singles and we can get home runs, but for whatever reason, we have a really hard time, getting doubles. And obviously triples are hard for anybody, but a lot of other teams are more successful with the doubles. And this would be a great time for another double from Randy to bring 2 in. But again, don't expect a lot early. First pitch in play. And of course, Randy grounds out into the double play, and the Mariners leave him stranded again. Now, at some point, something's got to give, and I was hoping that this would be the inning that we get at least one. But again, Mariners continue to struggle. Pitching has been, decent by obviously the Diamondbacks, with Merrill, Kelly, and Fott. But it's not like we're striking out every at bat. We're actually getting contact, but a little bit of bad luck and good defense there by the Diamondbacks, especially robbing Cal of that home run. We easily could be up 1 or 2-0 now, so we just have to be able to crawl before we walk. You have to understand it's a long season. So, all right, let's see who's up next here for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the third. Next up for the Diamondbacks in the 3-hole shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second, not Perdomo, it's Moreno. I was about to say we're not that far in the lineup again. So leading off here in the bottom of the third, 8-hole hitter, catcher Gabriel Moreno. I was about to say we haven't even seen him yet. How the hell are we already back at the top of the order? Batting second, center fielder in the 9-hole, Alec Thomas. And then back at the top of the order, 0-for-1, Corbin Carroll. That makes a little bit more sense. Absolutely. I'm always excited. Bro, it doesn't matter who we're playing. We could be playing the fucking Miami Marlins, and I'm going to be excited. This is something that, I live and breathe and eat Mariners all day, every day. So, again, I'm always reading, watching film, and regardless on who we're playing, if we're playing the Yankees or the Dodgers or we end up playing the Miami Marlins, it doesn't matter. I'm always going to be excited to be able to hang out with you guys and call games. All right, no worries. See if we can squeeze in a few here for Megan. Bottom of the third inning, 0-0, Mariners and Diamondbacks. First pitch to Moreno, high and inside with the sinker. 1-0 count. Plug in a few more here for you while I can. Commercials don't last very long, so I got to work fast. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Evans to Moreno. And let me see if I can squeeze one more in for you. 2-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle to Moreno. 2 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Moreno. Appreciate you. 0-0 here in the bottom of the third, and it's not like the Mariners haven't been able to hit. We've been hitting lately. We got 5 hits. Diamondbacks only have 2, but unfortunately all of those 5 hits have been stranded, so got to figure it out. 2-1 pitch in play, and Moreno lines out to third to Big Ben Williamson. Hey, you're not going to get it past him. Nice defense by Ben, 1 away. Next up, center fielder in the 9-hole, Alec Thomas. First pitch from Logan Evans, inside at the hips, changeup, 87 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Let's go, Logan. 3-1 record with an ERA of 2.83. That's actually second best ERA to Logan Gilbert. So both Logans have got game. Recognize that. Judah in the building. What's good, brother? 1-0 pitch, high and away. I saw your newbie, get a nice RBI, I believe double for his first at bat. It's always cool when you can bring guys up from the farm, and we know Boston has been struggling lately. So anytime you can end up getting a rookie or a guy from the farm to come up and they have success early on, like we did with Cole Young, that's always a cool thing to see. 3-0 pitch inside, and that's a 4-pitch walk. That's rare for Logan Evans. Thomas to first. Now we need a double play, a little slow dribbler up the middle by Corbin Carroll. And again, first pitch of the game yesterday, Hancock tried to get ahead of the count and went right down the middle, and Corbin Carroll sliced it for a homer. And obviously with Logan Evans, he had different plans. So he decided to see if he could pitch a little bit outside and got him to pop up and pop out. Let's see if we can get a dribbler up the middle so we can get out of this inning. First pitch, takes a strike, looking with a sweeper right down the middle. That would have been a good pitch to swing at Corbin. 0-1 count. And Corbin Carroll has got Pacific Northwest ties, and his hero growing up is Ichiro, believe it or not, growing up in the Washington area. So I've always followed Corbin Carroll's career. Very special player. Just hope that he doesn't do enough damage for us to lose today. And the thing about it, Judah, if you're going to struggle, like how the Mariners are struggling, when you bring up players, even if you know that it's tough, it's exciting to be able to see that. In play, and Corbin Carroll does it again. Another RBI, 1-0 Diamondbacks. God, he's good. Yeah, there's a reason why he's one of the best players in the game and the best player on the Diamondbacks. Hopefully Logan Evans will only give up 3 runs or less, but right down the line on first base, Dominic Canzone tries to get to it, but again, look at the speed by the Diamondbacks. And again, they got 2 former Mariners, Marte and Eugenio Suarez, on the roster, but hopefully we can limit the damage, and hopefully that's the only run that they score. First pitch from Evans to Ketel Marte, sweeper at the knees, 1-0 count. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Corbin Carroll is a problem for everyone, not just the Mariners. So, but look at the speed and the base running by the Diamondbacks. Corbin Carroll with a triple, RBI triple, and we were just talking about how we don't get doubles and triples. He was flying around those bases like Ichiro. That's for damn sure. 2-0 pitch, high and away. 3 balls and no strikes from Evans to Marte. And we got to make sure that we don't give up too much here. Again, we want to keep this game close. And the bats, have been hitting. It's not like we have all strikeouts and, we're playing like we did last year or the year before. We just have to be able to have that right blend of home runs and back-to-back hits, or getting doubles and triples, which we typically don't get. You get a single here, a single there, and then you end up grounding out, and then that's the end of the inning. Or you get a single here, a single there, and then a double play. You have to find a way to keep it moving. And a 6-pitch walk to Marte. Things are getting a little dicey here for Logan Evans. Come on, Logan. Settle in. Next up is shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Come on, Mariners. Runners at the corners at first and third with 1 out. Diamondbacks up 1-0 at home. And again, we got Logan Evans on the mound, back with the team. I'm super excited, even if he's only on the team for a week until Logan Gilbert comes back. But again, I think Logan Evans, he would be able to do a lot of damage in the bullpen if we had to move him there. If you put him there, then at least we would have Brash, Spire, and Evans. And that way we wouldn't have to play shitty players like fucking Carlos Vargas and blowing the game for us. Fuck. In play. And Perdomo sack fly to left, and Corbin Carroll tags up from third and scores. 2-0 Diamondbacks. Got to settle in. Again, we can't have them give up more than three or less. And again, it's up to the Mariners bats to be able to get to 4 to 5 runs. We're not going to be able to win games by putting up only 1 to 3 runs, and that's kind of been the case. And again, obviously a 2-0 score feels like 4-0 when you're not being able to get guys to come home, or at least early on. Next up, for the Diamondbacks, 1-for-1, first baseman Josh Naylor. Can't afford for him to get a 2-run blast here for it to be 4-0. First pitch, takes a strike swinging low in the zone, 0-1 count. And honestly, if we were able to get a couple RBIs, the game would be 2-2 right now, not 2-0. But again, we've had 5 hits, but all of them have been stranded so far. 6 more likes to 30. Let's get there, baby. This is the last day of the heat wave. Thank God. We had temperatures close to 100 for about 4 or 5 days, mid-90s, low 90s. Today was around 87, 88. And then for the next 10 days, we're going to be in the 60s or the 70s with a few of the days with rain, maybe a few days away. So I'm definitely excited about that. Pitch timer violation, which is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. 2-0 Diamondback lead. Evans on the mound, Naylor in the box. Anthony, Mayer, and Campbell. And Naylor flies out to center. Julio is there, and that's the end of the 3rd inning. Damage was done, but again, it could have been much worse. You got to think of the positives, and hopefully this will be the inning that we get at least 1 to kind of just, stop the bleeding so we don't bleed out and we can get back to business. Next up for the Mariners, 1-for-1, Rowdy Tellez. Batting second, 0-for-1, right fielder Dominic Canzone. And batting third, 0-for-1 with a K, Ben Williamson. See if we can squeeze in a few more here for Megan. Law and Order, SVU, great show. End of the 3rd inning, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Come on, Mariners. We got to be able to get some guys to come home. Let's go. See if I can squeeze one more in here for you. All day, anything that you want to see photo-wise, you let me know as well. First pitch, Rowdy Tellez in play and grounds out to first. 1 away. Down goes Rowdy. I was hoping that he'd work the count a little bit more. Next up, right fielder Dominic Canzone, filling in obviously for Leody Taveras, who got sent down to AAA for Dominic Canzone. He was doing very well for the Tacoma Rainiers. First at bat, got us a 2-run homer to tie the game 4-4 in the 9th. And hopefully Dom can get at least a hit or 2 on most games, moving forward. We need to be able to have someone fill in the role for Victor Robles. And, no one is going to be Victor Robles in right field. Every guy that comes in there is going to be a poor man's Victor Robles. But, the closest thing to Victor that we can get is what we need. 1-0 pitch, in play, go, go, go. And there we go. We talk about guys and players that we don't really get doubles. And what does Dominic Canzone do? He said, you know what? O said, we don't get doubles. Let me get one right here. Nice job. Nice hustle. Nice follow-through swing by Dom. And we got a runner at second with one out. Nice job, Canzone. Next up is Ben Williamson. Nice job, Dom. First pitch to Ben Williamson. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Get Dom to come home. Yeah, and a former Diamondback as well. So this is like a revenge game, revenge series, for him. You saw the emotion that he had after he hit the homer yesterday. Probably the most animated player hitting a home run for the Mariners this year. 0-1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Fott to Williamson. Come on, Big Ben. 1-1 pitch. High and away with the sweeper, 83 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Fott to Big Ben. 7-4 record with a 5.51 ERA. Let's make him pay. We should already have at least a run by now. Let's go. Here we go. In play. And grounded out to third. Damn it. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, 9-hole hitter today, second baseman, Cole Young. Come on, Cole. We need an RBI here. Let's get it, baby. First pitch, takes a strike swinging high and away. 4-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, 0-1 count. And you got to think, if Randy didn't have that good throw to Cal, we would be down 3-0 right now. So, again, we have to limit the damage, but we got to be able to bring guys home. Good effort by Ben, almost running out that throw. But Eugenio Suarez at third, you know how that is. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle, behind the count 0-2 from Fott. 0-2 pitch, high and away with a 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. And just getting 1 or 2 guys on isn't enough for the Mariners. We have to find ways to get back-to-back-to-back hits. 3 in a row or more, not 1 or 2 in a row. If 1 or 2 ends up being a homer, yeah, fine. But again, unless we're getting doubles and triples on the regular, and now we have another runner stranded. Brutal. As Cole Young strikes out. 2-0 Diamondbacks. I mean, we might have to wait for Fott to go out like we did with Merrill Kelly, and then we have to have this sprint, when we're down 4-0 and we have to score 4 runs in the 9th, and we did, but then we ended up having Vargas fuck up the game late, and we ended up losing 8-4 with a nailer grand salami. But kind of feels like we might have the same type of situation here today. I mean, we have been connecting, but again, if you're not getting home runs mixed in, it's tough when you leave guys stranded every inning. But at least it's better than striking out every batter up to this point. You got to look at it that way. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning and see who's up next for the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 0-for-1, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Batting second, 0-for-1 with a K, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Robbing Cal of a home run, it should be 2-1 Diamondbacks. And batting third, 0-for-1 with a K, DHing Haven Smith. Come on, Mariners, let's go, wake up. See if I can squeeze in a few more here. All day. Anything that you want to see photo-wise, let me know. I got you. Captain, anything you want to be able to see from yesterday as well, let me know. I got you. Obviously, we're waiting for that player to make a big play so we can actually throw photos up of a guy. We haven't really had any moments yet. So, I mean, besides Randy Arozarena with that big throw to save us from giving up a run, but Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Come on, Mariners. You got to be mentally strong, to be a fan of a team in the Pacific Northwest. This is not like other teams and other regions in the country. 0-2 pitch, fouled off by Gino. Behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of the fourth and no outs. 2-0 Arizona. Being a Pacific Northwest fan is not for the faint of heart. Basketball, baseball, football, hockey, all of the above. Doesn't matter if it's Oregon or Washington. One thing is for sure, it's not going to all be peaches and cream. But when the teams end up being good from Oregon and Washington, they end up being really good, like championship worthy, where they can win it all. But there's also going to be moments where, the team is going to have to rebuild, or you're going to, have a hard time. It's not going to be easy all the time, and you have to be mentally strong for sure. 0-2 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes from Evans to Gino. 1-2 pitch, sinker fouled off right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. 2-0 Arizona lead. Logan Evans on the mound and Eugenio Suarez in the box. One-two pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Evans to Suarez. Come on, baby. 2-2 pitch. And Suarez flies out to center. There we go, baby. 1 away. Down goes Gino. Next up is left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Gotta believe. I mean, nobody likes to see their team, have guys stranded inning after inning after inning. Especially when Mariner fans, including myself, we got spoiled, during that 9 consecutive series win streak, and then we kind of hit reality with injuries and poor play. I mean, you can't have good starting pitching, horrible bullpen, and horrible hitting and think that you're going to win, Even the bullpen was better early on. Back. See ya! Big homer by Gurriel Jr. Solo jack. 3-0 Arizona. Golly. Next up, DHing Pavin Smith. And you should have never sent down Logan Evans to AAA. You should have kept him on the roster. And again, he may be down 3-0 right now, but again, we could be tied 3-3 or down 3-1 or 3-2. We just have to find a way. Unfortunate that Evans gave up that homer there. Still think he's a good pitcher. Still like him a lot. We just need the bats to come alive so it doesn't look as bad. Everything is going to be magnified on the pitcher, especially when you don't have any fucking hits that come home for runs or home runs at this point. But if we can come back from 4-0 and getting beat up in 8 innings to tie it 4-4 yesterday, we can come back today as well. But someone has got to be the guy to get it going. 1-1 pitch, high and away, 2 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Smith. Come on, Mariners. 2-1 pitch, inside, tries to jam the hitter at the hips. 3 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Smith. 3-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on and 1 out. 3-0 Diamondback lead. Logan Evans on the mound. 3-2 pitch, sweeper, got him. There we go. Nice punch out by Logan Evans, and obviously not getting as many Ks that he normally gets, through his first start back after getting promoted back from the Tacoma Rainiers due to Bryce Miller's injury. Next up, catcher Gabriel Moreno, 0 for 1. I got to be able to get him out, and we have to start getting on the board. We have to get at least a 1 by the 6th inning. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 3 more likes to 30. The goal is 50 or more on every stream. And we're at 21 on the dono train, 79 to go. First pitch, high and inside with the curve, 80 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, right down the middle, takes a strike looking with a sweeper, 84 miles an hour by Logan Evans. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gabriel Moreno. Come on, Mariners, let's go. Gotta have the faith. 1-1 pitch, high and away with the sweeper, 84 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Moreno. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and on the line. Probably should have been called ball, but called strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Should have been probably 3 balls and 1 strike. We'll see what we get here from Evans on the next pitch. 2-2 pitch. Change up low and away. Tries to paint the corner and misses. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Evans to Moreno. And obviously this isn't, Evans' best performance. Should have never got sent down to AAA, and, maybe it would have been a little bit better. But again, can't give up any more if we're going to have any chance to be able to win this. Starting pitching has to give up 3 or less every single day. Preferably 0 or 1, but, again, when you go against guys like Corbin Carroll, shit happens. In play, and Moreno grounds out to the shortstop, and that is out number 3. End of the 4th inning, 3-0 Arizona. Come on, Mariners. All right, this is the inning right here. This is the inning where we get it going.
It's easy. No finger sticks, less fuss. It's the little wins, baby. And getting one at half the cost of other CGMs, but
next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 with a K, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Now, if this was me, I would drop a bunt because they wouldn't be expecting J.P. to do it, and I would assume that he'd be safe. And he could even get a double out of it if the throw was wild the first. Will he drop a bunt down? Probably not, but I would. J.P.'s good enough to fool him. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a single, Julio Rodriguez, and batting third, big dumper, 1 for 2, Cal Raleigh, who had a home run robbed by Gurriel Jr. Got to find a way. Top of the order has to produce. JP, Julio, Cal. Let's go, baby. This could be the inning where we get on the board, I hope. And it's not like we need to tie it up immediately to get it to 3-3, but getting at least a run, here in the 5th would be nice. And then getting another run, by the 5th or the 6th would be nice. But we'll see where it goes. Nice win by the Yankees. We need a home run or 2. And I know that we can have late inning heroics, and we're kind of known for that kind of chaos ball. We need that Soto mojo, but I know Mariner fans, including myself, we get sick and tired of getting down in games, and having to look up at the scoreboard, being down by 3, 4, or 5 in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Like, let's try to get some fucking offense early. But again, the pitching that we're going against has been pretty good. So if starting pitching is good and they're not walking and they're not plunking, they're not hitting our guys, and our guys are getting hits, but we get them stranded, I mean, that's on us. That's not on them, and we need to be better. First pitch fouled off, high and away, tries to paint the corner. JP with the 4-seam fastball gets that one out of play, 0-1 count. Come on, JP. Let's go, Crawdaddy. We need you. I would love for us to be able to drop bunts on a regular basis because, that'll be something that no MLB team really works on, the defense on a bunt. And more times than not, if the bunt is in play, you're going to be safe. It feels like 70% of the time. So why not do it more often? 0-1 pitch, high and away, tries to paint the corner and misses. Caught, 1 ball and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Yeah, right on the wall, stand with Ukraine. Cal had it. It would have been home run number 27. But again, hopefully he'll be able to get a home run at his next at bat, which could be potentially here in just a few minutes. And there you go. JP, baby. Sometimes you just got to talk it into existence. And there it is. JP Crawford finally gets a hit. Single there. And now we're in the top of the fifth with no outs with JP at first. And we need JP to get to second. So that way we have a runner in scoring position, but we don't want anyone to get thrown out on the base pass. And it seems like, we've had a problem with that as well. We haven't been able to steal bags. We haven't been bunting. We haven't been doing the basics. And even worse, we've been getting thrown out, at first or trying to get caught stealing, which sucks. Kills all the momentum after that hit, First pitch by Julio, fouled off right down the middle with a sweeper by Fott. 82 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Come on, Julio. You know what you need to do, baby. Come on, J-Rod. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Behind the count 0-2 from Fott. Come on, Julio. We got to have other players besides JP, Julio, and Cal, and an occasional Miles Masterboni, who doesn't even play every day, start to do more. And again, we were getting production out of about 6 out of 9 guys in our 9 consecutive series win streak. Now we're only getting 1 to 3 guys. And then the pitching has been worse. We've had more injuries. The bullpen has gotten worse, and something's got to go. 0-2 pitch, high and away, tries to paint the corner, just barely misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Fott to Julio. Come on, Mariners. One-two pitch. Inside, tries to jam the hitter at the hips. Sinker, 93 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on, Julio. Pitch is high and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on now. Mariner Moose is out. We're down. We need a rally. Let's go. Top of the fifth, 3-0 Diamondbacks, but with 1 swing, Julio can get us back in the game. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That's not the swing that I wanted. Nice punch out by Fott. We're not haters here. I see you. 1 away. All right, next up, the best player on the Mariners, hands down, big dumper, catcher, Cal Raleigh. Try to ends up. We need you, Cal. Let's go. You get a home run here. It's 3-2, and we're feeling pretty good. Let's go, Cal. Let's go, big dumper. I mean, the way that this game has gone so far, we'll take anything. All right, we're at 30. 20 more likes to hit the goal before the stream ends, and we're about halfway through the game. First pitch, high and inside. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour by Fott. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off with the changeup, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Fott to big dumper. Come on, Cal. Fott with 4 Ks so far. Come on, Cal. We're trying to get home run number 27. He's pacing for 66 to 70 homers this year, and the most homers out of any catcher in MLB all time is 48 by Salvador Perez. He's going to obliterate that number. And this might not be the last time that we see Cal, hitting 50, 60 home runs. Like, what if this is like a regular thing for him? Torpedo bat works, but you have to be able to get contact. 1-1 pitch. Low and away, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Fott. 2 balls and 1 strike to big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. Let's go, M's. Try to ends up. And JP stole second. There we go. Glad to be able to see someone actually steal a bag and not get thrown out. 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike, looking right down the middle. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Font to Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. We need you so bad. We've been bleeding out for 5 innings. One swing can get us back in it. Come on. Wow, feet first slide by JP, not even head first, and he was safe. Beautiful. Top of the 5th inning, JP at second with 1 out. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes from Font to big dumper Cal Raleigh. Now JT in the building, what's good? Yeah, today's the last day of the heat wave here in Oregon, where we've had it for about a week. Thank God. We're going to have about 9 or 10 days straight of cool weather, which I can't wait for. In play, and Raleigh lines out to first. Damn it. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 1 with a walk, DHing Jorge Polanco. And Polo hasn't hit a home run in ages. This would be a great time for him to hit a 2-run jack to get us to a 3-2 deficit. Let's go. Let's go, Polo. First pitch, low and away with the sweeper, 1-0 count. Top of the 5th inning, 3-0 Diamondbacks. 1-0 pitch, high and away, tries to paint that corner, and that's fouled off by Polo. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. Defense has been spectacular for the Diamondbacks. They've robbed us of a few RBI opportunities and robbed Cal of a home run earlier in the matchup, and robbing Cal again with a single there at first base. Josh Naylor, great D there. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 4-seam fastball, painting the corner. 2 balls and 1 strike from Font to Polo. Now, but I'm ready for the temperatures to go down. Today was the last day of 88 or higher, which I'm happy that we're going to be able to get some cool temps. And then we're going to go from that to 77, 73, 70, 72, 77. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rain, finally, 76, 70, 73, and then 73. So that's a little bit more, my zone, I don't like it when it's in the high 80s, 90s, or 100s. It's too much for me. 2-1 pitch. Takes a strike, swinging low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second, J.P. Crawford, with 2 outs. We've left guys stranded every fucking inning. Something's got to give. I know the Diamondbacks pitching is good and their defense is good, but we need to get to at least 1 to stop the bleeding, and then we can make a rally. We were down 4-0 in the 9th inning yesterday, and we got 4 runs in the 9th to tie it, but then they brought in Vargas in relief, and he ended up giving up a grand salami to Josh Naylor, and then we ended up losing 8-4, and down goes Polo in play, grounds out to third, and we leave him stranded again. Man, this is tough. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Diamondbacks still up. (3-0). Stop the bleeding. Stop it. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 0 for 0 with a run and a base on ball, center fielder Alec Thomas. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI, right fielder Corbin Carroll. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a gay second baseman Ketel Marte. Let's go Mariners. Not over till it's over. But again, I know for a lot of Mariner fans, when they see the score look like this, 3-0 feels like 6-0. And I know this. I watch these guys play every fucking day. I know your guys' frustrations because I feel it too. But I have to be positive. Again, things aren't looking good now, but that doesn't mean that they can't get better as the game goes on, especially once their starting pitching goes out. And if they have a shitty bullpen like us, anything is possible. All it takes is 1 shitty pitcher and you can get back in the game. And we proved that yesterday by getting 4 runs in the 9th when we were down 4-0. 1 shitty pitcher, we can get back in it. But we just have to wait for that shitty pitcher to emerge. And then when we have our shitty pitchers in the pen, we have to make sure that they're not shitty. That's a hard task. Come on, Mariners. And we got Brian Wu on the bump tomorrow. He was scheduled today, but They flipped him to tomorrow because of the Bryce Miller injury, and they end up calling up Logan Evans, and that's why we're seeing him today. First pitch from Logan Evans, high and away with a curveball, 79 miles an hour to Alec Thomas, 1-0 count. Come on, Logan. Entering the game with a 3-1 record, 2.83 ERA. That's second on the team to Logan Gilbert. Last time he played, he pitched 8 innings and ended up winning, and the Mariners sent him down to AAA, and we haven't really been good since then. That was not good juju by the Mariners to do that. How are you going to send a guy down for good performance to make room for a bullshit mid-reliever? And Thomas reached on an infield single to first on a 1-0 pitch. Now we need a double play out of Corbin Carroll. Easier said than done. 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Had a triple at his last at-bat. We cannot let him do more damage to us. Corbin Carroll single-handedly beating us by himself. First pitch from Evans to Carroll. Fouled off. 0-1 count. And we can't afford for Logan Evans to give up any more. 3 is the maximum for any starting pitcher on the Mariners, including guys like Logan Gilbert and George Kirby. Because, with the bullpen being so shitty, we also assume that they're going to give up 2 or 3 most of the time. So you got to be able to score some runs and get more hits. RBIs. 0-1 pitch. Low and away with the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike from Evans to Carroll. No worries. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Hope you feel better. And I look forward to talking to you next time around. 1-1 pitch. High and inside. Four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour by Logan Evans. 2 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Carroll. Two-one pitch. Low and at the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. How's the pup doing, JT? 3-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. We need a slow dribbler right up the middle to J.P. Crawford to a throw to Rowdy Tellez to get 2 outs. Something's got to give. After winning 9 consecutive series in a row, it feels like we've lost every game for a month and a half straight. And I know that's not the case, but that's what it feels like being a Mariner fan right now. And Corbin Carroll strikes out swinging. Hallelujah. Did that actually happen? Nice job by Logan Evans. There you go. Nice punch out, my guy. Way to be electric. Next up, the former Mariners second baseman, Ketel Marte. 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. And I feel as a Mariner fan also, the longer that we sit at 0, the more painful it is. Like, it's one thing when you're down and it feels like you're going to lose, but at least if you have like a run or 2, you feel, okay, we're down, but we have a chance. But when you continuously get beat up and the other team keeps scoring and you keep leaving guys stranded, it fucking hurts. In play, and Ketel Marte reached on an infield single to the catcher, and Alec Thomas to third. Runners on the corners now with 1 out. Come on, Logan. Next up, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. We need a double play up the middle with him to get out of this inning. Otherwise, we're going to be down 4-0 or 5-0 in a moment or 2. Yeah, plus with the hot weather, I don't want my pup to get dehydrated, and not feel good. There's always a chance for, bathroom issues or vomiting when the weather gets too hot. So I like to be able to go on long walks, with my pup. So, usually 30 to 45 minutes, 3 times, morning, afternoon, and night. So, but when it's hot, then sometimes I got to be able to do the walks in the morning, like 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and then 1 at like 10 p.m. So it kind of throws off a little bit of my rhythm and our routine. But 2-0 pitch, sweeper outside, 3 balls and no strikes from Evans to Perdomo. Come on now. 5 more likes to 40. Let's get there, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help us get to 50 likes on the stream. And we're at 21 on the dono train, 79 to go. Bottom of the fifth, runners at first and second with one out. 3-0 pitch, takes a strike looking in the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike from Evans to Perdomo. Come on now. Come on, Mariner Moose. We need you. Three 3-1 pitch in play. And fielder's choice. Marte out at second, 2 away. We need the Trident to come out, baby. Let's go. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 1 for 2, hit the grand salami yesterday, Josh Naylor. The Diamondbacks give up on him. He'd be a great Seattle Mariner. Bottom of the fifth with runners on the corners at first and third with 2 outs. 3-0 Diamondback lead. Mariners, it's not like we've been striking out left and right. I mean, we've been able to get hits. Hell, we got more hits than fucking Arizona. We have 7. And normally the magic number is 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, or 4 runs, 7 to 10 hits. So we can check off the hits we've hit, but all 7 have been stranded, and that is brutal. No home runs. Cal got robbed of 1 home run attempt, but something's got to give. And it looks like we're going to have to just wait for Fott to exit the game, just like with Merrill Kelly. Hope and pray that they have a shitty bullpen pitcher, which they do, and he comes in the game, fucks up, and then we end up having a magical inning like we did in the bottom of the or in the top of the ninth yesterday when we were down 4-0 and we scored 4. So, you know, we know that we can come back. It just sucks when you have to wait that long to be able to come back, where you feel like you've lost all hope and you got like 1% chance to win or come back, and then you have this magical inning. First pitch fouled off on the line by Evans. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch from Evans. Big swing and a miss, low and away with a curve, 82 miles an hour by Logan. Behind in the count now 0-2 with runners on the corners on first and third in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs. We cannot give up any more runs with Logan Evans if we have any chance of, you know, having an explosion in 1 inning to try to get a rally going. But the good thing about the Mariners, they do have the ability to score 1 to 5 runs at any given point. It's just we haven't been able to put a good inning together so far. You got to give credit to Arizona. Their pitching has been good. And their defense has been good too. If their defense wasn't as good as it was, we would be at least at 1 by now. The Cal homer or even that Cal single. Bottom of the fifth, runners on the corners at first and third. 3-0 Diamondbacks. Evans on the mound. Naylor in the box. Come on, baby. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, low and at the knees by Josh Naylor. Count remains, no balls and 2 strikes to Josh. Come on, Logan. Wheel and deal, baby. And again, if we were sitting at 3-1 or 3-2, you know, this Logan Evans, you know, performance being down 3-0 wouldn't look as bad. You know, again, the pitching has actually been pretty good. Starting pitching has actually been pretty good for the Mariners. What has let us down since the 9 consecutive series win streak ended has been hitting, bullpen, and injuries. Those are the 3 things that have just killed us. And we haven't been able to recover from it. Bottom of the fifth, runners on the corners, 3-0 Arizona, even though it feels like 6-0 Arizona. Like, we just need to get 1 and we can start feeling good. But the longer we sit at 0, you know, fans start to lose a little hope. Fuck! And hard hit by Naylor. And that's a ground rule double. Christ. 4-0 Diamondbacks. Brutal. And again, if we end up pulling him here, chances are they're going to bring in someone like Colin Snyder, and it's going to even be worse. So at this point, you just have to ride it out with Logan Evans. Next up is Eugenio Suarez. Hopefully he doesn't go for a 3-run jack. Otherwise, if he does, then it's over. First pitch in play, and Suarez grounds out to the shortstop, and we get out of the inning finally, but not after that ground rule double, and now we're down 4-0. Brutal. Ay, ay, ay. Not easy being a Mariner fan, but I still have faith that we can come back. Hell, if we can come back after getting our ass kicked for 8 innings and tie it up in the 9th, we can come back from this, but we just have to be able to chip away, not try to be able to get all fucking 4 runs in the 9th again. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Batting second, first baseman Rowdy Tellez, 1 for 2. And again, 1 for 2 in the 7-hole right fielder Dominic Canzone. And on top of, our, pitching woes in our bullpen and not being able to, get RBIs and home runs as effectively as we need, you also have to think we haven't been walked at all. We haven't been hit by pitches at all. We haven't been able to steal bags really at all. We haven't been bunting. We haven't been doing the basics, and also pitching against us has been good. Like, where's all the shitty pitching in MLB against the Mariners? Like, can't we get shitty pitching so we can end up getting guys walked, getting guys hit by pitches but not hurt, so that way we have runners in scoring position? And that's another thing. We haven't had those opportunities like other teams have had where they can capitalize off mistakes. Like, think about it. When's the last time that you got a guy that got hit by a pitch other than Randy? You probably can't even remember. It doesn't happen. And we have a guy at first, instead of stealing a bag, he's more likely to get, thrown out at first, it seems like lately. And again, we have to maximize every opportunity, and it's just really been rough. Like, I'm waiting for like that shitty pitcher. Where's the Carlos Vargas on the other teams that we can fuck up? I want that, and hopefully we can get that at some point. End of the 5th inning, 4-0 Arizona. Yeah, but again, if we're struggling and the Astros continue to struggle as well, then obviously it's not going to be as bad for us. We just can't be 10 games back, against Houston. And again, it could be worse. Imagine if we had no hits right now and the Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead with a no-hitter. So think of it that way. Imagine if we're sitting at, 4 runs, 7 hits for the Diamondbacks, and then we have no hits, and we're just sitting here in the top of the 6th inning with nothing. So again, it always can be worse, just like in life. 1-1 pitch, fouled off by Randy Arozarena. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Fott to Randy. It's all about perspective. Baseball is mental too. And you can't start feeling sorry about yourself. The moment that you start feeling sorry about yourself, then shit gets worse. You got to have that swagger, no matter what, knowing that you can get it turned around, even if it's only 1 or 2 guys in the starting lineup. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Fott to Randy. I still believe we can come back. All it takes is one shitty pitcher. But again, Fott's been good. And the defense by the Diamondbacks infield and outfield have been great. So, we haven't been able to take advantage. Pitch fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. I would love for us to start bunting again, but seems like bunting is illegal or something. 2-2 pitch, sinker right down the middle, fouled off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Diamondbacks up 4-0, same exact score as yesterday, and we had to get our ass kicked for 8 innings before in the top of the 9th we scored 4. And believe it or not, Donovan Solano, was one of those guys that kind of get the rally going with Cole Young, and then Dominic Canzone with a 2-run blast to be able to get it to 4. But again, shitty guys like Carlos Vargas, I don't even know why he's on the team. We have like so many guys in the bullpen that shouldn't even be on the fucking team. They should be on AAA or not, or cut, Shows you like they need to be spending money in the offseason off starting pitchers and moving them to the pen or getting other relievers from other teams. Don't ever spend money on positional players. We can grab them from the farm. Like, wake up. Like, we don't have problems there. We have problems in the pen. Pitch fouled off. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. Now Randy's down to one knee and now gets up. Come on, Randy. What's going on with Randy? You got bubble guts? What's going on? Did you end up, let me see, did you get hit in the groin? What's going on here? Oh, he hit it off himself on his ankle. That doesn't feel good. Fouled it off himself. I hope he's okay. Come on, Mariners. And again, we got spoiled, after doing so well, for those 9 consecutive series, and then now getting absolutely nothing for like a month and a half. For a month and a half, we were on cloud 9, and now for the other month and a half, it's just been brutal. It's like, how do you go from scoring 6 runs or more for a month and a half to scoring 1 to 3? And on top of that, bullpen has gotten much worse than it was when we were at that point. Here we go, Randy. Back. See ya. There we go. Here we go. See, someone's got to be positive. Everyone else can, feel like everything is over, right? But again, I'm always going to be the guy to let you know that we can come back. And there you go. Randy Arozarena, after hitting a foul ball off his own ankle, no problem. Back. See ya. 4-1, Arizona. 435 feet. Mariner Moose in effect, baby. Nice job, Randy. Let's go. Next up is Rowdy Tellez. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike swinging. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Fott to Rowdy. Now, if Rowdy could end up going yard as well, then we're feeling real good on how things could go. Get it to 4-2, everything that happened up to this point is forgotten. It's just about getting that first one, and then the rally can start. Come on, Rowdy. Let's go. Top of the 6th, 4-1 Arizona. Top of the 6th inning, 4-1 Diamondbacks. 2-2 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Maybe this is the inning where we can beat up Fott for a couple more. It's all about just getting that first one. And again, being down 4-0 is, it's terrible. But when you're at 4-1, you feel like, okay, all we need is just a little bit, chip away. 4-1 and then 4-2 in the 7th and then 4-3 in the 8th and try to get 1 more in the 9th. Unless this is the inning where we get 1 to 4 runs. And, typically we can have an explosion inning at some point as well. So count now is full off that foul ball right down the middle. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, no outs. Randy Arozarena has been hot lately, which is great. And again, we got to be able to see if we can get walks, hit by pitches, just some others. And another pitch fouled off with the sweeper, back-to-back foul balls there by Rowdy Tellez. Keep grinding, Rowdy. Let's go, baby. Right hand's up. And again, it's not like we haven't hit today. We got a lot of hits. It's just we have to be able to, find ways to get the RBI, to get the home run. Exceptional defense by Arizona. Good pitching, obviously by Fott, even though he's given up a bunch of hits. We've left guys stranded almost every inning. But finally, Randy gets us off the goose egg and the schneid, and we're down 3. Much better than being down 4. But the best part is we're not at fucking 0 anymore. Come on now. Here we go, baby. Back to back. Oh, baby. Let's go. Back, back, back. See ya, Rowdy Tellez. What did I tell you guys? You have to believe me. No matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad it feels, I'm always going to hold it down, and I'm going to let you know what's going to happen. And there you go. We're down 4-0. It looks terrible. Randy gets a homer. Rowdy gets this photo put up, and he homers. Here we go. 4-2 Diamondbacks. Here we come, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And that's the thing, you know, and again, I get it from a lot of people that are watching at home. You know, it looks tough. It gets depressing sometimes watching your team do the same thing every fucking game. You know, pitching sucks, bullpen sucks, hitting sucks, everything sucks, right? But you have to have the faith, and that's what I'm here for. I'm going to be that positive influence when things are going bad. I'm going to tell you how we come back, you know, slowly but surely. And sometimes all it takes is that one guy to stop the bleeding, put the Band-Aid on so we stop bleeding out. And then once you get a home run, what's the best time to get a home run? Right after you got one. Just like in hockey, when you score a goal, when's the best time to get a goal? Right after you got one. And that's exactly what happened right there. And guess what? We have a very, very good chance of Dom going back to back to back. And if we do that, we're only down a run. But right now, being down 4-2 with no outs, let's go. And we just got pulled. You know, and again, you have to be patient as a Mariner fan, and most Mariner fans aren't. You know, let's just be real. Most Mariner fans are not patient. I'm here to bring the patience for you guys. But again, we get it done. Mariner Moose got put up on the board. Randy got it done. I told you Rowdy could possibly do it too. What happens? He does. And now just like that, 4-0? No, no, no. 4-1? No, no, no. Now 4-2. Trident's up. Let's go. And we may not be done this inning. We could, crazy enough, possibly tie the game up this inning. You know, depending on what we get. We have no outs. It's 4-2, back-to-back homers. You know, why did it take this fucking long, right? And imagine if we would have been able to get 1 or 2 runs within the first 5 innings. The game would be tied right now, and then we probably would be able to take the lead this inning. But again, you know, it's been tough for the Mariners. Never lose hope. You know, if I tell you we have a chance, I'm not just saying that because I'm a streamer. I actually believe it. And there you go. 0-1 pitch, fouled off, behind the count from Scott to Canzone, 0-2 count. Let's go, Dom. Top of the 6th, 4-2 Diamondbacks, fought not pulled for Scott. 0-2 pitch, high and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. And once a starting pitcher goes out, we have a better chance for walks, better chances to get plunked, and we have a better chance to, you know, have more offense. You know, obviously with, you know, these guys in the pen that may be a little shaky like our guys. Pitches outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes from Scott to Canzone. Let's go. 2-2 pitch, low and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Canzone. And hell, at this point, I wouldn't even mind if he got a walk. Like, let's just get guys on base and let them earn their punch outs. Let's not just give them, you know, freebie punch outs, you know, on shitty swings and shitty ball placement. Make them earn it, you know? And there we go. What'd I say? There's the walk. Here we go. Make them earn it. Nice job, Don. Good eye by not swinging. Dom to first with no outs. This is the rally that we need. Next up, third baseman, Big Ben Williamson. Let's go. On deck, Cole Young. And again, if Ben and Cole get hits, and then we have JP and Julio up, we're going to end up being at 4-4. You know, so again, we just have to find a way. We have life. First pitch, high and inside. Scott has no location, 1-0 count. And again, if Williamson and Cole Young and JP are smart and they don't really swing, we might be able to get on with just walks because this guy can't hit the zone. Let's go. 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Scott to Williamson. Here we go. Well, we might not need him, you know. We'll see where we are at, you know, at the end of the game. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Now, if Williamson wouldn't have swung, that would have been 3 balls and no strikes. Be smart. Understand when a pitcher doesn't have the stuff. You know, can he actually throw strikes or not? Don't bail him out swinging on a pitch inside at the hips If you just would have been patient there, Ben, that would have been a 3-0 count, and you would have been walked. And it still may end up turning into a walk, but we'll see what kind of patience Ben has. 2-0 pitch. In the zone, big swing and a miss. Instead of a 3-1 count, now we have a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Come on, Ben. Yes, Bott is out. After Randy and Rowdy hit back-to-back homers, they pulled him. So we're in business now. Now we get to go with their shitty pitchers. And we roughed up Bott at the very end, which is great. Pitch is high and away with the sinker. 2 balls and 2 strikes after that one is fouled off by Ben Williamson. But Ben and Young are really young, right? So we know that they're going to be eager. But again, if they can just be patient in the box, I don't think Scott can hit the strike zone. I don't think he'll be able to hit 3 strikes in a row. %48 of our runs are homers. It's a high percentage. But that also means that we're going to be leaving guys stranded a lot too, which we have in this game. Come on, Ben. Be patient, my guy. Top of the 6th, the runner at first, in play. And Williamson fouled out to the catcher, 1 away. I just wish he would have not swung that entire at-bat, and he would have been walked. All right, next up is Cole Young. It's a Cole world, baby. Come on, Cole. And hopefully we can get Cole with a single here to have runners at first and second for JP. 1 for 2 with a K. Or if Cole can get walked if he's patient enough. And Canzone steals second. There we go, Dom. Now, all of the things that we were struggling on are starting to happen now. And it shows you when starting pitching is good for the other team, you have to wait till that starting pitcher gets tired, or the bullpen comes in and it sucks like ours. And this is exactly what's happening. Their bullpen is imploding right now like ours typically does with Vargas and Bizzardo and all Colin Snyder. But they're getting the same shit out of Scott right now. So we need to take advantage and get as many runs as we can in this inning. Pitches inside at the knees. 2 balls and no strikes to Cole Young. Don't fucking swing. If Williamson didn't swing at that last at-bat, we would have guys at first and second. Just don't fucking swing. Big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike from Scott to Young. Come on, Cole. Be smart. You're not a home run hitter. You're a singles hitter. Remember that. Just be smart in the box. Let's go, baby. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. Sinker. Nice souvenir for that fan out there. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second. Dominic Canzone with 1 out. We were down 4-0. Got back-to-back homers by Randy Arozarena and Rowdy Tellez. And now it's 4-2. And now we have life. But it's kind of crazy, how you can get beat up, for literally like 2 hours, right? And then all of a sudden in one span of like 5 minutes, you can come back into the game. So you always have to have that faith. The game starts over and resets after the starting pitcher goes out. Pitch is high and away. Shit, 5 feet off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full. 3-2 pitch. In play. And shit. Young flies out to center. 2 away. All right, we're up to JP Crawford here. Come on, JP. Is this home run number 6? We need it, baby. Let's go, Crawdaddy. We'll take an RBI single as well. 4-2 Diamondbacks. Let's make it 4-3. Let's see if we can get 1 more run this inning. I mean, unless JP homers, and then we'll get 2. That's best case scenario. Tie the game up in 1 inning, just like we did in the 9th yesterday. First pitch, takes a strike looking with the slider. 0-1 count. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. You always have to have the faith. No matter how bad it feels. No matter how bad it looks. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Sinker, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike from Scott to Crawford. All right, baby, we're at 40. 10 more to go before the game ends. We can do it. One pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. Should have been called ball. Terrible call by that ump. Should be 2 balls and 1 strike, not 1 ball and 2 strikes. Come on, ump. Come on, JP. Top of the 6th inning. Mariners are on with a little bit of a rally. And again, getting 2 runs with homers by Randy and Rowdy was great. But again, with one swing, we can make it 4-4 or even 4-3. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. Low and away. Tries to paint the corner and misses with the slider, 85 miles an hour. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. High and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second with 2 outs. Scott on the mound. JP Crawford in the box. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go, baby. We have to maximize, as much momentum as we can get. Most teams, the rally would be over after the back-to-back homers. But again, maybe we can squeeze out one more. Best case scenario, 2. Pitch is high and away. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 2 outs. JP Crawford in the box. Scott on the mound, struggling. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off at the knees. JP working hard. Just when it feels like he could be an RBI single maybe on the next pitch if JP finds the pitch he's looking for. Home run would be the best case scenario. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second, top of the 6th. And there it is, a walk. Hell yeah, baby. JP, there we go. Now we got runners at first and second for guess who? Julio Rodriguez. Is it time for a 3-run homer to take the lead 5-4? Golly, I hope so. Trident's up. Let's go, Julio. Come on, J-Rod. Bring that electricity, baby. Top of the 6th. 4-2 Arizona Diamondbacks. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Scott coming in for Fott after giving up back-to-back homers to Randy Arozarena and Rowdy Tellez. And again, just being down 4-0 for 6 innings fucking sucks. But to be able to get those back-to-back homers gave us life. 48% of our runs come from homers. So again, maybe we can get something special here out of Julio. On deck is Cal Raleigh. That's what I like to hear. And they might make another pitching change. I mean, if you really want best case scenario, Julio hits a 3-run jack and then Cal hits a solo jack right after him. And then all of a sudden we're up 6-4. And then, the inning ends, but obviously that's kind of a dream. That's a lot of homers in 1 inning, 4, not likely to happen, but you never know. Teams get hot, and at any given moment, if the pitcher struggles, like Carlos Vargas did yesterday, all it takes is one shitty pitcher and you're back in the game. First pitch, takes a strike swinging right down the middle, 0-1 count. Come on, Julio. 0-1 pitch, high and away with the sinker, 1 ball and 1 strike from Scott to Julio Rodriguez. 253 average, 10 homers and 33 ribbies with an OPS of 729, 1 for 3 with a single in the 3rd. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, low and at the knees. Don't chase, Julio. Be patient. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Come on, Julio. 1-2 pitch, fouled off, low and away. And at this point, it doesn't look like the homer will probably be there, but he might be able to get an RBI single. RBI double would be great too. If he gets an RBI double, it'll be 4-4 tie. If he gets a home run, it'll be 5-4. We're up by 1. But based on this count, we just have to hope that he can get on so that way Cal can come up next. So we have bases loaded with Cal. Grand salami for Cal Raleigh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runners at first and second and 2 outs. We've left so many guys fucking stranded today. And let's see if we can rough up Scott a little bit more before this inning ends to actually give us a chance. And Julio, strikes out swinging. Julio going back to the player he was in March and April. Brutal. But we have to be happy, right? We were down 4-0, and it looked like it was going to be that way for the whole game. And Randy and Rowdy got us to 2. So, again, we have to be thankful for that. Julio chokes, but again, maybe he'll be able to be the hero late in the game at his last at-bat. Nice job, Mariners. Good comeback. You actually woke up everybody. Nice job. Next up, for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 for 2 with a run, RBI, and a K on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting second, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, DH and Pavin Smith. And batting third, 0 for 2, catcher Gabriel Moreno. Let's go, Mariners. And Logan Evans is at 87 pitches, so I don't know if they're going to have him come out again, but I'm going to go grab a water. Go M's, baby. V-Man in the building. K-E-T-S, Jets. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Diamondbacks. Gurriel Jr. in the box. And we're going to bring in Trent Thornton. Oh, God. You know, that's the problem, you know, with the Mariners, too. It's like we have so many shitty guys at the pen. You know, if it's not Brash or Spire, you know, you have to almost hold your breath that they actually, you know, play okay, you know, instead of blowing the game. And hopefully Trent Thornton doesn't look like Trent did, you know, in the first 15 games where he gave up like 5 fucking homers. So we'll see what we have here. Bottom of the 6th inning. We're in commercial break now. Diamondbacks due in the box. Gurriel Jr. in the box. On deck, Pavin Smith. And then Gabriel Moreno. Cal and the ump arguing. Now Dan Wilson and the ump are arguing. All right, Trent, don't make me regret this. The ump is like trying to cut off the warm-up pitches for Trent Thornton. Get out of here. Fucking in the game yesterday, they let the guy go for fucking 10 minutes warming up. Like, what is this ump? This ump has got like some kind of issue against Seattle. He must have like a parlay or something for the Diamondbacks. Like, how are you going to let their pitcher warm up for like 10, 15 minutes yesterday at the end of the game? And then now Trent Thornton comes in and you only let him throw a couple and then try to argue with Cal and Dan Wilson? Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. Favoritism for the home team, no doubt. First pitch, fouled off from Thornton to Gurriel Jr., 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, low and away with the four-seam fastball, tries to paint the corner and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Gurriel Jr. Come on, Trent. 1-1 pitch, low and away with a cutter. 2 balls and 1 strike, tries to paint that corner again and misses. Just don't blow the game for us. Again, I don't really trust Thornton. To me, he shouldn't even be on the team. Should be in AAA or somewhere else, but hopefully he doesn't fuck it up for us here. He's better than Vargas, but not by much. 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Gurriel Jr. 2-2 pitch. And Gurriel Jr. singles the left. All right, pull him. I've already seen enough. 1 batter. You suck. Still. Brutal. Get him out of there. Next up, DHing Pavin Smith. Now we got to hope for a double play. Dribbler right up the middle. You suck, Trent. First pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 1-0 count. Thornton on the mound. Pavin Smith in the box. Come on, Trent. See, he's got the opposite. You know, like when you see him with the goggles, there is no swag like with Logan Evans. Like this is the good version of the goggles, right? That's an asset. This right here, this is a liability. They are not the same. One guy deserves to be on the team. The other guy deserves to bag groceries. 2-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike from Thornton to Smith. Come on, baby. And Gurriel Jr. stole second. Fuck, man. After we fought back to get a couple runs, down 4-0, we don't want them to score 1 or 2, so they're up 4 runs again. Yeah, man, we need better relief pitching. We got Brash, we got Spire. I mean, too bad Brash and Spire aren't fucking robots and we could pitch them 2 innings a game every game, so we wouldn't have to see anybody else besides Brash, Spire, and Munoz. But 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Now it's actually 3 balls and 2 strikes from Thornton to Smith. Count now is full with a runner at second with no outs. Yeah, it's all good, brother. I got it. And Smith with the walk. And Smith with the walk. Brutal. Trent, you suck, man. Why are you still in there? Next up is catcher Gabriel Moreno. We need a double play bad. First pitch, high and inside with a sweeper, 1-0 count. That's crazy, like the difference between starting pitching and like bullpen. You know, like most starters are pretty good, and then you just go to the bullpen and it's just absolutely garbage. You know, and then if your garbage starter is pitching bad and then you end up bringing a bullpen guy in and he's even worse, then it's going to be really hard to come back. Yeah, Brash and Spire are available. I'm not sure if they're going to be trying to save them for tomorrow for Woo, you know, but again, it's like if you continue to have shitty bullpen guys in when we're only down 2 runs, you run the risk of pulling a Vargas where they give up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you lose. So again, it's like you can't just play Brash and Spire and Munoz when we're ahead. If you have that mentality, we're going to lose a lot of games. You know, you have to be able to play guys that are good even when you're down, even when you don't want to really use them. But again, if it's like, if you put Brash in, we might get out of the inning. You put Trent Thornton in, fuck, they might score 5 runs and then the game is over. You know, you have to be able to adjust. And I feel like Dan Wilson doesn't understand that. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Thornton to Moreno. So Fott pitched 5 innings, and then Scott pitched that last inning where we got the back-to-back right before Scott came in. But the back-to-back homers was from Fott, the starter, from Randy and Rowdy. Bottom of the 6th, runners at first and second with no outs. I don't even know why Thornton is still fucking in the game. I mean, if you can't even get anybody, you can't hit the strike zone, you are the shittiest player on the team besides Donovan Solano early. And look at that. Back. See ya. And now the game's over. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You just gave up a 3-run homer to the 9-hole hitter. You fucking suck, just like you did at the beginning of the year. Why are you on this team? Dan Wilson, you are a fucking idiot. Why is this guy on the team? He still is shitty. Brutal. I mean, this isn't like, giving up a homer, to a guy, who normally plays in the 8-hole or the 9-hole. Again, this is not like you gave up a 3-run jack to Corbin Carroll, right? This is a guy that normally plays in the 8-hole, 9-hole, or every other day. He didn't even play fucking yesterday. Idiot. And now we lost. Thanks a lot. I mean, we still can end up coming back, but now we're down 5 runs. And again, we could still have a monster 9th inning like we did yesterday, but realistically, down 5, even if we start to get a few more runs in the next few innings, it's going to be really hard to come back now. It's like, how many hits and home runs do you need to fucking give up before you realize, and now you can't put in Brash or Spire because we're down, there's no point now. Idiot Dan. And Thomas stole second. Brutal. Just when we started to fight back in the game, all it takes is one shitty pitcher. Thornton is the worst player on the team besides Donovan Solano. He gave up 5 homers in the first 15 games, and then he got hurt. And then thank God he got hurt, so then he couldn't hurt us. But now as soon as he comes back, pulls that bullshit. Can't fucking strike anybody out, gives up hits, gives up walks, and gives up home runs to the 8-hole hitter who normally is an 8 or a 9-hole hitter. Fucking moron. Brutal. Oh, 1 pitch in play, and that brings in another one. Jesus Christ, man. Corbin Carroll with 2 triples today. 8-2, Diamondback. Pull him. What are we doing? I mean, are we just going to wait until we're down 10-2? Wake up. I get it that, we don't have a lot of guys that you want to use, and you might want to save them for tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Nice triple by Corbin Carroll. 2 of them today. You don't even deserve to have a photo on the screen. You fucking bum. Go bag some groceries, you bitch. Jesus Christ. Next up, second baseman Ketel Marte. First pitch fouled off with the sweeper, 0-1 count. I mean, just when we started to feel kind of good, about how things could maybe go, Fott had 4 Ks. 0-1 pitch, fouled off again. Behind him to count 0-2. Dude, it's 8-2 with no outs. How long are you going to go with a guy before you pull him? Like, how many is enough? He's already given up 4 runs and hasn't even got an out yet. Oh, I'm just going to keep him in the rest of the game. It would be hilarious if they actually have him come out next inning also. I mean, knowing Dan Wilson, he probably would. You fucking idiot. I mean, what are we trying to do? Lose 20-2? This isn't fucking football. Christ. Shows you how important bullpen, pitching really is. Starting pitching is important, hitting is important, but the most important thing in baseball is the bullpen. It really is. Because again, you can get by with starting pitching and hitting, kind of being so-so, but you can't give up, shitty bullpen pitching night in and night out. Like we have 2 guys that we can trust out of like fucking 10, and we don't even get to play those 2 guys every day in Brash and Spire. I'm at a loss for words. I'm like about to jump through the fucking computer. Pitch is high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, what are they going to do? Go through the whole entire order without an out? I mean, they're looking like it. 8-2 Diamondbacks. No, this motherfucker shouldn't even be on the team, period. Not even AAA, like not even on our team. And then again, if you want to move Logan Evans to the pen, and there's a walk. We still don't even have an out yet. Jesus Christ. Like, just fucking cut this guy and then move Logan Evans to the pen. So that way at least we can have Evans, with Spire and then Brash. At least then we have 3 guys we can trust with Munoz as the closer. Well, way to shit in our cereal, huh? Just when we thought things could maybe get a little bit better, and then you bring in this motherfucking bum. Next up is shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. I mean, I'm happy we got Wu on the mound tomorrow, but Man. Yeah, why are we letting Thornton catch his breath? Kick his ass off the team. He just gave up 4 runs and doesn't even have a fucking out. Jesus. Not everybody with goggles has swag. But again, I already knew that he was garbage, when I saw him early on, giving up 5 homers in the first 15 games before he went to the IL. He's not a good player. Just like Taylor Saucedo and Colin Snyder, Legumino, all these motherfuckers are bums, Bizzardo is good half of the time. It's like, again, it's hard to win games if your starting pitching isn't good. The bullpen is one of the worst in baseball, right? And then you got a really good closer, but you can't use them when you're fucking down 6 runs. Idiot. 1-0 pitch, fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Perdomo. Fuck, man. I mean, us Mariner fans, we can't handle this. You know what I mean? We already know we've been struggling. The last thing that we need is some shitty player like this to make it 10 times fucking worse than it already was. Like, we actually had a chance when we were down 4-2. Now it's like there's 0% chance. There's no way. Because again, we're still at 0 outs. Runners at first and third. They're pacing for 16 runs. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Thornton to Perdomo. Oh, fuck. I haven't got too pissed off like this all season. There's only been a couple times where I felt like this. All the way back to the track. Runner from third tags up and scores. Marte out at second, but Corbin Carroll scores. It's cool. We're only down 7. 9-2 Diamondbacks with 2 away. But again, only shitty players bring out the negativity in me. And Trent Thornton is definitely one of those guys. Next up, the guy that hit the grand salami yesterday on Carlos Vargas, Josh Naylor. First pitch, low and out the knees, 1-0 count. And again, I'm always going to be positive, for, a lot of times when it looks like it's over, when we were down 4-0, I'm going to give us hope. But again, I also can't be fake. I have to keep it real. When it's over, it's over. And when we have guys that are shitty, we need to know. And, you already know he's shitty. I don't need to tell you, But this guy, if we keep him on the team for the rest of the year, he's going to lose us many, many games whenever he comes in. Oh. Pitch fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike from Thornton to Naylor. And Thornton is the worst player on the team, period. And that's saying something. We got Donovan Solano and Garver on the team also. And Naylor safe at first. Great. Next up is Eugenio Suarez. First pitch fouled off with the cutter, 0-1 count. It has nothing about Cal getting paid. He took a relatively player-friendly deal. It's not like he got paid Julio money. He took less money so they could sign Gilbert, hopefully long-term. But again, it's, if your starting pitching is injured and some of the guys are not good, bullpen is terrible, and you can't hit, again, it definitely, you're going to hit a wall. And, we weren't going to score 6 runs a game average like we did for a month and a half. That wasn't going to sustain for the whole year, And it's not like we have 15 strikeouts today. We have 9 fucking hits. So, it's just one of those things. If you have a shitty guy in the pen that's a liability like this, the score was 4-2 when he came in. Now it's 9-2. So, has nothing to do with Cal Raleigh, Bo. I mean, Cal Raleigh is about to have the best season out of any catcher in MLB history offensively. The record for homers is 48 by Salvador Perez. He's pacing for 66. So, again, but you got to be able to have more than JP, Julio, Cal, and Miles Mastroboni on a regular basis, and Miles doesn't even play every day. You need the role players to be good, but on top of that, the bullpen needs to be better. And they're fucking terrible, besides Brash and Spire. And then Munoz is a great closer, but, again, you don't even use those guys every day. 1-2 pitch. High and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. The score was 4-2 a couple minutes ago. And then they brought in Trent Thornton, fucking bum. Gave up 5 runs, and now we're sitting at 9-2. Awesome. Appreciate that, Zen. Trent Thornton is not good for my mental health. Nothing makes me more frustrated in baseball than shitty bullpen pitching. Nothing. Absolutely nothing makes me more fucking angry. Especially when we fought back so hard with back-to-back homers by Rowdy and Randy. And Suarez strikes out swinging. Felt like that inning went on for like a half hour. End of the 6th inning, and we're only down 7. No problem. Fuck. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Best catcher in baseball, leading MLB with 26 homers so far. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a base on ball, DHing Jorge Polanco. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run in the RBI, Randy Arozarena. Let's go Mariners. Everyone on my phone is like, Jesus, cut his ass. Yeah, no kidding. I appreciate you. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 50 likes before the stream ends. We're at 21 on the dono train, 79 to go. Yesterday we hit a clean 200. We're down 7 runs because Trent Thornton might be the worst baseball player on fucking planet Earth. And hopefully we can get a few runs here. I mean, we're definitely not winning. If there was somehow, some way we score 7 runs in the next 3 innings and we win 10-9, I don't know what I would do. I'd lose my fucking mind. But, the chances of that happening is slim to none. And again, we got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. But again, instead of winning 2 out of 3, we've been getting swept and winning 1 out of 3. That's not going to cut it. And again, if we keep playing like this, the Astros are going to have a 4-game lead, 8-game lead, and then all of a sudden we're going to look at the standings, and we might not even be in fucking second place. We might be in third behind the Rangers also. We don't want to be getting 10 games behind, in the division. Jesus Christ. Let's go, Captain. Jarvis entering the game here for the Diamondbacks. First pitch, takes a strike, looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Come on, Cal. I need something good in my life to heal me from what I had to watch. Trent Thornton just made my eyes and ears bleed. Gave up 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, no outs. He said, fuck it, let's just keep him in there. Like, what was the point of that? Like, what, to prove that he still sucks? Like, I could have told you that at the beginning of the year. Gave up 5 home runs in the first 15 games. Fucking bum. 0-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jarvis to Raleigh. And again, I have problems with Donovan Solano, but even Donovan has gotten better as the season has gone on. If anything, Thornton has gotten worse. He's been bad at the beginning and even worse now. Terrible. Fucking terrible. Well, that's what they said yesterday when we were down 4-0 in the ninth and we scored 4. So, we can make rallies. We're not coming back today, but, it's still possible we have a 1-4 run inning. But again, when you end up having, that type of performance out of a, relief pitcher, it definitely brings the morale really down, 2-2 pitch, fouled off, right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jarvis to Big Dumper. I agree. Thornton sucks. Sauce sucks. He's not even on the team anymore. Snyder sucks. Agreed. Legomina sucks. Pizzardo sucks. I mean, the only ones that are worth a damn are Brash, Spire, and Munoz. Even Kolar I don't trust. No, Thought is out. He's been out for a while. And Big Dumper strikes out looking, 1 away. Next up, DHing for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with the base on ball, Jorge Polanco. Come on, Polo. First pitch, low and at the knees with a curveball, 1-0 count. Top of the 7th inning, 9-2 Arizona. Yeah, in that order as well, I would agree. Sometimes Snyder even worse than Sauce. Sauce is really bad too. But again, Snyder at some points is even worse than Sauce, especially when you give up like 6-7 runs like him and Legomina did. Remember that? We gave up 13 runs in the 10th inning in back-to-back games combined in play, and Polo popped out to the shortstop, 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 with a solo dinger, Randy Arozarena. First pitch, big swing and a miss, low and away, 0-1 count. Top of the 7th inning, 9-2 Diamondbacks with nobody on and 2 outs. And honestly, it wouldn't even shock me if we don't get anything for the rest of the game. When you end up giving up that many runs, 5, a shitty player like Trent Thornton, it really sucked out anything positive that anyone had going for them the rest of the game. Like, the fans feel it, obviously the players feel it. And I mean, at this point, you could be playing for yourself stat-wise, but, we're not coming back. If anything, there's probably a good chance that we don't even score anymore. And that's not good going into tomorrow with Brian Wu on the mound for the rubber match. 1-1 pitch. Tries to jam the hitter there at the hips. Sinker, 93 miles an hour by Jarvis. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. Sinker, 92 miles an hour. 3 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. And there's a walk. No problem. I'll be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific for the rubber match with Brian Wu. And hopefully we have a good Brian Wu performance, put up 5 runs, and we win tomorrow. Must-win game tomorrow for us. Next up, 2 for 3 with a run in an RBI solo dinger by Rowdy Tellez. We got Randy at first. If Rowdy hits a homer, then we'll be 9-4, but it's not like we have a lot of guys that can hit 2 home runs in a game. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Behind in the count, 0-2. Jarvis on the mound, Tellez in the box. All right, take care. Have a good rest of your day. We'll get back to it tomorrow. 0-2 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Man, way to suck out all the fun that we were having on the comeback. But that's what happens, though, when you have a real terrible player. Two-two pitch. Fouled off high and away. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Jarvis. Top of the seventh with a runner at first. Randy Arozarena with 2 outs. Mariners only down 7 runs. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But I definitely, give the blame to Thornton and Dan Wilson. Thornton coming in was a mistake, and Dan not pulling him. It's like, how many runs do you want him to give up before you pull him? 2-2 pitch. Low and away. Fouled off with the changeup by Rowdy. Count still remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Now Mariner players are going to be pretty much playing for themselves, like individual statistics, and see if we can get anything. Hopefully we can get to 3 or 4 before the game ends. Give us a little bit of momentum going into tomorrow, even though Thornton just fucked everything up. Pitches low and inside at the knees. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Rowdy Tellez. Dan Wilson is not as bad as Scott Service, but I definitely feel at times he makes decisions like Scott did. Like, you have to be in touch with what's going on. You have to realize who's good and who's not. And if you can't realize, who's good and who's not, and when to pull guys and when not to, we have a problem. And, Wilson isn't even the guy good enough to get us to a World Series and win or to go to the ALCS. He's the bridge guy, that can get us to the playoffs, but then we fire him at some point and get someone better to get us over the hump. He definitely isn't the guy that's going to be our manager for the next 10 to 15 years. He's better than Scott Service, but again, we need someone even better than what he's bringing. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. Low and away. Count still full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner at first. 9-2 Diamondback lead. It was 4-2 and we were all right, But then Trent Thornton came in, which I didn't like. Just like when Vargas, I'll tell you if I like it or I don't. But as soon as Vargas came in, I said, oh, we lost. I can, just when Thornton came in, oh, that's not good. And again, it's like these guys will be giving up 1 to 5 runs if they stay in long enough, and they did. And that is it for the Mariners there. Down goes Tellez. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning, down by 7. Brutal. White Sox beat the Astros, but it doesn't even fucking matter. Next up, 2 for 3 with 2 runs and RBI and decay, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a run, base on ball and 2 Ks, DHing Pavin Smith. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run, 3 RBIs, catcher Gabriel Moreno. Let's go Mariners. Gained a few subs. 3 subs we gained today. 39 more to go to 20,900. 139 to get to 21,000. And I think the worst, type of games, are the games that are like this. When we get down by a shitload and we still got 3 fucking innings to go, where you already know the game more than likely is over and it's been over since Thornton came in. And then we just have to sit here and watch the suckfest continue until the fucking game ends and then hope that we're better. And now Thornton is out of the game. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't have him go in there for another 5-run inning that he would give up. Now we're bringing in Jackson Kowar, who might be our 3rd best guy in the pen, but I don't trust him. We're at 50, baby. Yeah, I don't even know if he's managing the game like Little League. He's literally managing the game as if he doesn't know what baseball is. Next up, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr. There we go. Let's see if we can get to 60 likes before the stream ends. Mariners all day, every day. Hopefully we can get to at least 4 before the game ends for Brian Wu and some momentum tomorrow. Number 1 in triples, Corbin Carroll, 2 today. I wish our players could get fucking triples. First pitch from Jackson Kowar to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Low and away, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, 4-seam fastball, low and away again, 97 miles an hour with the 4-seam fastball, 2-0 count. Wish we had like 2 Matt Brashes and 2 Gabe Spires. But instead we only have 1. We don't even use him every day. And we have an Andres Munoz who's one of the best closers, but we don't use him every day either. We're stuck with all these shitty guys that we have to play every day. 2-0 pitch, fouled off right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike from Kowar to Gurriel Jr. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 4-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Kowar to Gurriel Jr.
Oh my God.
And Gurriel Jr. strikes out swinging. No, looking. 1 away. There we go. 1 away. Next up, in the 7-hole, DH and Pavin Smith. Yeah, it was 4-2, and what do you think happened, Stan, with Ukraine? We brought in this guy, Trent Thornton, the worst player on the team. Gave up 5 home runs in the first 15 games before he got hurt. Him and Donovan Solano were the worst players on the team, and then he gives up 5 runs. Idiot. And now the game is over because of Trent Thornton. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking in the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Kowar to Smith. Crazy how like one shitty, pitcher, one shitty player can decide the outcome of the game. And now we got Jackson Kowar in, who might be the 3rd best guy in the pen with Legomina, and I don't trust either one of them. Yeah, Thornton is fucking terrible, bro. And he gave up a lot with no outs. It was 4-2, and then Moreno had a 3-run homer, 7-2. Then Carroll tripled, 8-2. And then Perdomo sacrificed into a double play. And then Carroll scored 9-2. And Smith grounds out to second, 2 away. Next up is catcher Gabriel Moreno. I mean, we have a better chance of winning games and competing by even having a AAA pitcher, like even having like a Luis F. Castillo who sucks. That's better than Thornton. You might as well grab someone from AAA rather than having some of these guys on the team that we have now. It can't get any worse than what we're getting right now with those guys. Snyder sucks. Thornton sucks. Bizzardo's only good half the time. Legomina's not trustworthy. Kowar's not trustworthy. It's like Brash, Spire, Munoz. Everyone else is ass. Brutal. Bottom of the 7th inning, 9-2 Arizona. Come on, Mariners. I want to get to 4. That's the goal. Try to get to 4 before the game ends, and hopefully we can hold them to 9, but who the hell knows if that's possible. They're probably pacing for like 11 or 12. One ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th to Gabriel Moreno. And down goes Moreno, and that's the end of the 7th inning. Oh, man. Thornton just gave me a fucking migraine headache. I don't really get migraines, but damn, he gave me a fucking headache after giving up those 5 runs. Especially when we were down 4-0 and climbed back with back-to-back homers by Randy and Rowdy to make it 4-2, and Thornton just fucked everything up. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a base on ball, right fielder Dominic Canzone. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, Big Ben Williamson. And batting third, 1 for 2. No. 1 for 3 with a K, Cole Young. Let's go Mariners. We would have been better off having Logan Evans pitch the whole game. Fucking Trent Thornton, what a moron. Not only is Trent Thornton one of the worst players on the Mariners, he's one of the worst players in baseball. So, for Rambo, nothing is over. But for this Mariner game, it is fucking over. We have to pray that Wu pitches great tomorrow. And then we have to pray that we can get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. And if we do that, we're going to win tomorrow. If not, and we score 1 to 3 runs and Wu gives up 3 to 4 runs, then we're fucked. So hopefully we actually have a good game tomorrow. We actually have the best record in day games out of everyone in MLB. So, and we do play a rubber match tomorrow at 1. So I do have confidence that we can win tomorrow. But, Trent Thornton, Jesus Christ, man. Next up is right fielder Dominic Canzone. And again, the worst losses are when the big rally happens in the middle of the game. So then we just have to fucking sit here and bleed out and be angry and frustrated for like 4 or 5 innings instead of the game just being fucking over. Like, I wish the game would have just fucking ended after Thornton gave up the 5 runs, for our mental health. It's like, what are we going to get after that? Like, you literally just ruined the whole vibe, of every fucking Mariner on planet Earth, player and fan. 0-1 pitch, low and away, tries to paint the corner and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jarvis to Canzone. No, it's not nearly over. It is over. I've been a fan of this team for 40 years. It's over, dude. We were lucky enough to be down 4-0 in the 9th yesterday and score 4, but that happens like once or twice a season out of 162 games. But when you're down double that, you're down 7, and you have shitty bullpen, and a hard time hitting, that's not a good recipe for success. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. 2-1 pitch, high and away, 4-seam fastball, tries to paint the corner and misses. 3 balls and 1 strike from Jarvis to Dominic Canzone. Come on, Dom. Three-1 pitch in play, and Canzone grounds out to second, throw to first, 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 3 with a K, third baseman Ben Williamson. Yeah, I mean, we have to be thankful that the Astros lost to the White Sox, and again, we have to pray that the Rangers and the Athletics and the Angels have been kind of shitty this year, even though the A's were hot early and then they hit a fucking wall, but it could be worse. And obviously we can only go up from here. It can't get any worse than what it's been, so. And again, we do get Luke Raley and Logan Gilbert back next week, and that might be able to give us the spark that we need to get back on track. 2-0 pitch, low and at the knees, 3-0 count to Ben Williamson. 9-2 Diamondbacks. Come on, Ben. And Williamson with the 3-1 sinker, and that's a walk. There we go. Something positive. Next up is second baseman Cole Young. Come on, Cole. Yeah, you know what it is? Like I told you, Steph, it's playing down to the competition, and that's what the Mariners do. You know, it's like we can get up for the big games like the Dodgers and the Yankees in play, and there we go. Cole Young single to right, Williamson is second. We have a little bit of life here. You know, I just want us to get to 4. We're not going to win, but if we can get to 4 or 5, you know, and show a little bit of life, that'll help us going into tomorrow. But, you know, but again, it's playing down to the competition, and the Mariners have been doing that for their whole, you know, existence, you know, from even the very beginning. We can, when we play the Yankees and we play the Astros, you know, even if we lose, we play great. We give everything that we got, and we play well, even when we lose, right? But when we play these shitty teams or teams that are, you know, below us, we play even worse than when they play good. You know, we're, you know, it's hard to explain, but that's just how we are. You know, it's like we can't get excited when we play these, you know, teams that are on our level or lower than us. You have to have the mentality like we're playing the fucking Astros or Yankees or Dodgers every fucking series, but obviously easier said than done, you know? No way in hell that we should have been getting our ass kicked against the fucking Nats. Baltimore ain't even good this year, but of course they get hot against us, and now we're about to possibly get swept by this fucking Diamondback team. Yeah, but again, we're not striking out. So again, this is not the same type of team like it was in the last 4 years. We don't really strike out anymore. You know, it's not like we're getting blasted 9-0 or 9-2 and we have no hits or 1 hit for the whole game. You know, it's not that bad. It's just, you know, the bullpen is one of the worst. We got one of the worst players in baseball and Trent Thornton on the team, and he single-handedly lost the game for us. We got a lot of hits today. We left a lot stranded. JP flies out to left, 2 away. You know, it could be a lot worse, you know, where we end up having no hits or 1 hit the whole game. Imagine watching that, you know, being, you know, getting crushed 9-0 and we have no hits or 1 hit, you know. So again, you have to put it in perspective. We're getting hits every inning, but we're not being able to bring them home. And 48% of our, you know, runs are home runs. So guess what? When we don't hit a home run, guess what happens? We lose. And sometimes even when we hit 2 home runs, if they're solo jacks, sometimes we lose. Next up is Julio Rodriguez with runners at first and second, Big Ben Williamson and Cole Young. Could Julio get us to 5? That would be nice. Let's go, J-Rod. First pitch, low and at the hips, 1-0 count. Jarvis on the mound, Julio in the box. Top of the 8th with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Diamondbacks up 9-2. Depressing. I mean, think about it. If we were down 4-2 right now, there would still be a little bit of faith, you know? Here we go, Julio. There we go. Julio single to center. Williamson scores. Young to second. Imagine if it was 4-2. Now it's 4-3, and we're right in business. But then they bring in Trent Thornton. You know, and again, you have to get past the mentality when you're down a run or 2. Oh, I don't want to use Brash or Spire. Fuck that. If you end up bringing in a shitty pitcher, then it's over with no chance of coming back. All right, we scored a run. Nice job, Julio. 9-3. I wanted to get us to 4, and I think we will. Next up is big dumper Cal Raleigh. If Cal Raleigh hits a home run here, that's 9-6. I mean, we're still going to lose, but I mean, at least it would be, you know, good for the stats, getting him to 27 home runs. Still number 1. Aaron Judge number 2 with 24. Shohei Ohtani 3 with 23. Thornton can't be trusted to bag my groceries. Motherfucker shouldn't even be on the team. Like, again, when you give up 5 home runs in the first 15 games, if that wasn't a sign to cut him, I don't know what was. And then you just think that he's going to be okay, giving up 3-4 runs with no outs. Let's just keep him out there. Like, where's the strategy? It's like as soon as Dan Wilson puts in a guy, whether they do good or bad, he's like, fuck it. I'm going to keep him out there to see what happens. That's not how you win games in MLB. Just see what happens? Christ. 1-1 pitch, fouled off, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to big dumper Cal Raleigh with runners at first and second. Come on, Cal. Monkey in the building. What's good? Man, Trent Thornton, what a fucking bum. If the score was 4-2 and we were able to bring in Brash and Spire, and then now it's 4-3, we legitimately would actually have a chance to win this game, but of course not. And if I don't see Trent Thornton deactivated tomorrow morning, I'm rioting. Fuck, I'm going to have to email Dan personally. Send him an email and a text. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And Cal Raleigh, four-seam fastball, lines out to center. We leave two stranded. What's new? And at least we scored a run, though. Julio got an RBI, so at least we didn't get stuck at 2. We got to 3, and then maybe we can get one more run in the ninth to get to 4. Nobody makes me madder on the team than Trent Thornton, period. I got pissed at Donovan Solano early in the year, but let's be real, Donovan has gotten better as the year has gone on. He still sucks. He's still a bottom 3 player with Garver, but no one is as bad as Trent Thornton. Maybe Vargas, he's up there too. He's fucking sucks, but Thornton is by far the worst. Dog shit. All right, let's see who's up next here in the bottom of the 8th for the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 2 for 2 with 3 runs and a base on ball, center fielder Alek Thomas. Batting second, 2 for 4 with 2 fucking triples. Are you kidding me? Corbin Carroll leading the league in triples. He got 2 today. And batting third, the former Seattle Mariner. He's probably happy he's not there. 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a K, Ketel Marte. Let's go Mariners. Yeah, imagine if we had 0 hits and we were down 9-0 and how you would feel. So, again, it always can be worse. Facts. Go Mariners till I die. And remember, out of this team's existence over 40 years, we've only had 5 good teams in like 40 years. So, you have to be mentally strong to be a fan of this team. 95, 97, 2001, 2022 with Cal Raleigh against the Athletics, getting us into the playoffs for the first time in 20 plus years. And I believe this year could still be a good year. If we miss the playoffs, then we're only going to have 4 good years in 40 plus years. It's not like we're the fucking Dodgers or Yankees where we can go to the playoffs 8 years in a row. That's not who we are. So again, the management and the ownership says, be patient. Fuck that. But again, got to have a better manager than Dan Wilson if he's going to keep pulling this shit. Bottom of the 8th, 9-3 Diamondbacks. AM in the building, what's good? First pitch, and Kolar back. See ya! They said, why get 9 when we can get 10? Make the bleeding stop. Holy hell. Alek Thomas, he said, ball in. Solo dinger, 426 feet to right. 10-3 Diamondbacks. Golly, it's like Call of Duty and I've been bleeding out and I can't even spawn. Jesus Christ. Medic! Exactly. I've been a fan of this team for a long time. You have as well. Again, if you've only been a fan of the Mariners for a couple years, you have no idea what it's like to go through the ups and the downs and not to make the playoffs for 20 fucking years and still be a hardcore fan, rock the gear, buy the jerseys, have the chain, all the merch, the fucking trident, you really have to be mentally strong to be a fan of a Pacific Northwest team. It ain't easy. I mean, really, the only dominant team that we have in Oregon and Washington right now is the Oregon Ducks. Other than that, everything else is kind of a crapshoot. Pitch fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Corbin Carroll. Hopefully, Corbin Carroll doesn't get another triple. He already has 2. He's leading MLB in triples. And, man, I haven't got too frustrated this year, in losses, but, Trent Thornton is a trigger. Not only for me, but probably for everyone. 2-2 pitch. High and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Kolar to Carroll. It's all good, brother. I appreciate you helping out. We got to, 60 likes, AM said. And again, we're at 21 on the Dono train. Embarrassing loss because Trent Thornton's a bum. But we got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. So at least we have that going for us. And we have Logan Gilbert and Luke Raley back in a week. And hopefully that'll help us. Because we are drowning with no life jacket. And we need help. in play on the 3-2 pitch. And Corbin Carroll pops up to the shortstop, J.P. Crawford, 1 away. Wow, crazy to see Corbin Carroll get something other than a triple. Next up, the former Mariner, second baseman, 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a K, Ketel Marte. First pitch takes a strike looking right down the middle from Jackson Kowar. 0-1 count. And the sad thing is Jackson Kowar and Casey Legomina might be our 3rd and 4th best relievers, and they're not even trustworthy. They suck. They're not good. We need help. I mean, even if that means moving Logan Evans to the pen, so that way he's a part of this team, Because it's not like the Mariners are going to go with a 6-man rotation with, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Brian Wu, Luis Castillo, Emerson Hancock, and Logan Evans. One pitch, fouled off by Ketel Marte right down the middle. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Change up 87 miles an hour by Jackson Kowar. Had Tommy John surgery in the offseason like Matt Brash, but he ain't no Matt Brash, let me tell you. And big swing and a miss. Marte strikes out swinging. 2 away. All right, Jackson, nice job. Next up, 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch, low and at the knees with the slider, 1-0 count. Yeah, I mean, you should have already cut Thornton at the beginning of the year when he gave up 5 home runs in the first 15 games. It's like not only is he the worst player on the Mariners, he might be one of the worst players in Major League Baseball. And I'm not even joking. Perdomo flies out to center, and that's the end of the 8th inning. And luckily, we're finally here. We're in the 9th. And last night, we were down 4-0, and we got to 4, right? Donovan Solano, Cole Young, and then obviously we ended up getting some magic. First at bat for Dominic Canzone, and he goes for a 2-run jack, right? And then we end up tying it 4-4. But then what do? The most Mariner thing ever. We bring in Vargas in extras, and then he ends up giving up a grand salami to Josh Naylor. So again, even when we end up doing something good, the manager ends up doing something stupid to erase what we ended up fighting back to try to tie it up and win. So we left too many stranded. And again, Dan Wilson is better than Scott Service, but he's not good enough to lead us to a championship. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time. He's better than Scott, but not by much. End of the 8th inning, 10-3 Diamondbacks. Paul's like, we're going to get 7. If we get 7 runs in the 9th inning, that would be that would be like so epic, right? But what would happen? We would tie it up, right? And then we would go to 11th or 12th or 13 and we would lose 100%. It's like we wouldn't win, that's just the way that things are going for us lately. We would have this miraculous comeback. We'd get so excited. And then all of a sudden, we'd go into the 12th inning and then we'd end up losing, 11-10. It's just the most Mariner thing ever. So, but again, at least we got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. And so I feel confident that he'll pitch well. He'll give up 3 runs or less. And hopefully we can get 5 runs or more, and then we can get the dub. So obviously it's a must-win game, and we are the best team in MLB in afternoon games, according to Brooksgate. We have the best record in MLB in afternoon games. And in years past, we were terrible in the morning and the afternoon. So I have to hang on that we're good in the afternoon. We got our best pitcher on the mound, Brian Wu, and we just got to hope that the bats will come alive for Brian, and we'll win it for him. Top of the 9th, next up is Jorge Polanco. First pitch, high and away with a curveball, 1-0 count. Jarvis on the mound, Polo in the box. And I better see Trent Thornton get deactivated tomorrow morning on Mariners PR. I better not see him still on the fucking team tomorrow. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike, looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Jarvis to Polo. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jorge Polanco. 2-1 pitch, low and at the knees with a sinker. 3 balls and 1 strike from Jarvis to Polanco. No, Thornton does not deserve any more chances, Paul. Have you been watching baseball? Come on, my guy. He gave up 5 home runs in the first 15 games. We should have cut him there. He's one of the worst players, not only on the Mariners, worst players in baseball. And then he gives up this. There's no, what do you think he's going to do? You think he's all of a sudden going to magically turn into a good player? No. He doesn't even deserve to be on the bench. He doesn't even deserve to be on the Tacoma Rainiers. He deserves to be bagging groceries. Polo singles to right. He said give him one more chance. Come on, Paul. One more chance for what? To let everyone know that he sucks? That he can give up 10 runs instead of 5? My God, Paul. Next up is Randy Arozarena. Let's see if we can get to 4 or 5 here before the game is up. Jesus Christ, Paul, you're going to make everyone in the room fucking brain dead with a comment like that. Christ. One more chance? Jesus Christ. You have to get your baseball card pulled for a fucking comment like that. Christ. Even a blind person would say you're wrong. 1-0 pitch. Takes a strike looking. 1 ball and 1 strike. They'd be fucking hitting the braille, saying how dumb of a comment that was. Jesus. Hit the braille. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike swinging. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Jarvis to Randy Arozarena. Top of the 9th, runner at first, 10-3 Diamondbacks. Jarvis on the mound, Randy Arozarena in the box. But of course, we should give Trent Thornton one more chance because Paul said so. Oh, goodness. In play on the 1-2 pitch, and fielder's choice, runner out, 1 away. Next up is Rowdy Tellez. Two for 4 with a run, RBI, and a K for Rowdy Tellez. Got a home run after Randy did to get us on the board. One 1-0 pitch. Tries to paint the corner low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Rowdy Tellez. But the thing is, Paul, no one thinks that. You might be the only person on planet Earth that thinks that he deserves one more chance. He doesn't deserve any fucking chances. I mean, what part of 5 home runs in the first 15 games would make you think that he's good? That's worth being on the team. And then giving up 4 or 5 runs with no outs. That's worth a spot on the Mariners? When we're already struggling, the last thing that we need is to have a guy suck that bad when the whole team sucks right now. Like, unless you want us not to make the playoffs, if you're like a undercover Astro fan. Is that what it is? Paul, are you an Astro fan? Are you a spy? Come on, my guy. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jarvis to Tellez. Giving Thornton another chance is like giving a blind man a driver's license. You really want that? Not happening, my guy. Top of the 9th, runner at first with 1 out. 10-3 Diamondbacks. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Jarvis to Tellez. Pitch fouled off. Tries to paint the corner and misses. 2-2 pitch in play. And of course, Tellez grounds out into the double play. And that is it. What a game for the Mariners. Unbelievable. What a game. Not the game that we wanted to see. Final score, Arizona Diamondbacks 10, Seattle Mariners 3. Luckily, we do have Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow, and I do believe we will win. But again, we have to make sure we get some run support. We can't leave a lot stranded like we did today. Again, shout out to the Diamondbacks pitching and their defense. It's been good. And again, think about this. The Mariners got the same amount of hits as the Diamondbacks. Fucking 12. We got fucking 12 hits. But again, when you have a guy like Trent Thornton, giving up 5 runs when we're only down 4-2, that was the game. So hopefully things will get a little bit better tomorrow with Brian Wu on the mound, and the Mariners do have the #1 record in MLB in afternoon games. So I think that we will have a good chance to prevent the sweep. Again, it has been not fun lately, but hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun tomorrow. Appreciate all the people that liked, subbed, donated, commented, shared, even for the people that think that Trent Thornton deserves one more chance. But hopefully we can find a way to get the dub tomorrow. And again, final score, Diamondbacks 10, Mariners 3. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. I'll be live tomorrow at 1:10 Pacific for Brian Wu on the mound against the Diamondbacks rubber match. Tridents up, go Mariners for life. And I'm out. Gang. Go Mariners. Tridents up.